Hello and welcome to BierTier, the German engineer. Yes, today we are finally back live on YouTube, of course, as that should be. But today we're doing something a little bit different. Something that I've been worried about for a long time, honestly. And the game we're talking about is, of course, Factorio. Before we do anything else, let's take a look who is in chat already. I see Elfie Wolf, I see Words, I see Brandon, and Icarus is here as well. Thank you guys for already filling the chat up to more than I can read. So that is always very nice to see, and Words is already here. Of course, everybody like bomb me. Wouldn't complain about that, because that is of course always helpful with the algorithm. Oh boy, will he die? A lot. Will I need a beer? The latter, most definitely. Gene Henson is here as well. Hello, Gene, and thank you very much for joining. We are starting completely fresh. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what it looks like when you start fresh. Full disclosure, I say in my thumbnail, playing it for the first time. And, you know, I am not a guy for clickbait. It's a tiny little bit of clickbait, because technically I have played the game before, but that was according to Steam in the year 2020 for a whooping 14 hours, of which I was probably 5 AFK. So I don't remember a damn thing. Well, I would say, let's go into single player and new game. And what do we even have? We have tutorials, free play. This is the intended way to play Factorio. So I'm assuming that is what we're gonna do. Game scenarios. Yeah, I don't think I can handle that because I don't know a damn thing about this game in the first place. So I would say, let's start a free play. Okay, so it has some similarities somewhat to Oxygen Not Included. I have a lot of choices here. Maybe you guys in chat have any kind of idea what would be a good way to begin this. Just leave it all on default and call it a day. Is that what we're doing here? Pressing this button here a few times to see what happens? I'm not entirely sure what changes when I change the seed, because I don't see anything changing on any of those sliders here in any way, shape, or form. Turn enemies off. Is that a good way to start the game? To turn enemies off? I don't know. If you're not playing through tutorials, turn the enemies off. You can click preview to see what changes. Okay. Okay, I see. We can see the entire world map beforehand. Okay. I have no idea what would be good and what not. I do like green though. You should definitely go with green. I don't like the desert. Oh, von Rhineland is here as well. Chat wasn't working. Well, that sucks. No leave enemies on. Okay, I'm just gonna leave everything on default and go from there. And we will just see what happens. Maybe go peaceful, which makes them less aggro. I like that idea. Peaceful mode. Let's do that. Enemies or bust. No leave enemies. Enemies or bust, yeah. I want to see his base gets eaten. Okay. You know what? Screw it. Peaceful mode's off. We're gonna play the game as it is intended. Turn batters and pollution only off if you want a mega base. I don't know what I want because I don't know how the game works. So let's start with that. But before we do anything, let's just start with what we have. We will just see how it goes. If you die a horrible death, then that's the way it's gonna go. You know, sometimes you need to learn the hard way. This is Factorio Free Play. Your task is to launch a rocket into space. You will need to research advanced technologies in order to unlock the rocket silo. Start small, work your way up with automation, and don't forget to protect yourself from the natives. Alright then. Sure. I have a spaceship here. The spaceship apparently contains something. That looks most definitely like it. Okay, I can get rid of it maybe? Yep, that gets rid of it. I guess I can get rid of all of it? Sure, might as well. I don't see a reason to have that stuff laying around. That seems like a pretty good area for a big base. It seems like a nice and big open space from what I can tell up here on the mini-map. We are not in the woods or anything, so we should probably start right around here maybe. Gene says I'm just under 1,000 hours in this game. I haven't played in years, but forgot how much I love it. Well, we will see. I'm 2,438 hours into this game. Holy cow. All right. It's always good to have some pros. It's been on my wish list for years. Well, like I said, it's always good to see some pros here in chat. They can probably help me out with a couple of things. There's a big sandy rock here. Okay, we can mine that. Interesting. Also press Alt once and then never again. Okay, I can see a little light turning on down here on the bottom. And I can see some different colors up here. I'm pretty sure those are resources. Yeah, of course they are. We have some coal here. What else do we have here? There's some huge-ass cliff here of some sort. Good grief. Where do I get up there? Not through the woods. Seriously, though. Where do I get up here? Let's get rid of those trees right here. I'm pretty sure I see a way up here. Right down here. Okay. Well, at least something. Let's get rid of stuff here so we can move a little bit easier. And I'm sure I can use wood for something along the way. Okay, up here we have actually a mixture between stone and iron, and down here on the bottom, I mean, that is a reddish color that has to be copper, right? Yes, of course. All right. You're crazy guys. I have like only 500 from Rhineland. Also has 1600 hours. Good grief. This oxygen not included in Satisfactory. This is really why I'm playing this game, because that's what I've been told over and over again, so we're gonna try it out. Okay. There's a build menu. What was that? C? No. What does C do? Is that shooting? Oh, it's shooting. We don't want to do C. Was it Q? No. E? Yes. Okay. I also don't know the buttons. So we will have to go from the very beginning here. Okay, in crafting, we have logistics, production, intermediate products, and combat. Let's see, what do we have here? There was a building that produces something. Burn a mining drill, that's it. We need iron plates for that, and we can get those in a stone furnace, if I remember correctly. And that is probably all I can tell you about this game, guys. To get that, we of course need to get us some iron first, and I probably will have to start, first of all, mining a little bit of iron here. 22.1 hours, last played March 2020. Yeah, that seems about right. Words, that is basically what I saw on my Steam account when I decided to play Factorio. I was like, didn't I own this game at some point? So I was like, oh yes I do, and it showed like 14.4 hours, if I'm not mistaken, played at some point in the year 2020. Okay, so far so good. Just getting a little bit of iron ore in here. And I have one in the inventory. I have one in my inventory. I sure as hell do, don't I? I do have a burner mining drill, a stone furnace. I should have checked first what I have, probably. Also these here should probably go down there. I also have a few iron plates. So we need some iron gear wheels to get more burning drills. Those burner drills do run on coal, though, is my understanding. Therefore, I think it makes sense to come over here and... Okay, that is how that works. I figured, or I assumed that's how it goes. Let's put the important stuff down here in our quick bar. We're going to build us a mining drill, first and foremost, right here. And then we're just going to load it with a handful of pieces of coal here. Like 4 pieces or something should be enough for right now, maybe. Because this thing here should now start pumping it out just here on the floor, I believe, doesn't it? Is that how that works? I remember something about it. No, apparently not. Apparently there is something else we need. What was that? Probably a wooden chest. There we go. Wooden chest. Let's plop one of those in. Now it's working. There we go. And we're just gonna get us a bunch of coal. And then I'm trying to see if I can just get this here first. Because first we need fuel before we do anything else. Fearless, not disabling cliffs, lost patience for them and always disable them in options. Dark, I did not know that is an option. I literally, not literally, I've played the game in 2020. I'm not going to lie to you guys, not today and not ever. I have played the game in 2020, but I don't remember a damn thing about it, so I literally don't know that there is an option to do that. Can you make coal from trees? I have no idea. No idea. Let's see, how much do we have in here? 13. Let's grab the 13 and feed them straight back into here. And let's just build here a little bit of a loop. While that is running all by itself, we can walk away again and probably... Yeah, disabling those cliffs would have been a good idea, maybe. If I would have known that's a thing. Let's come up here and grab us a little bit more iron ore. before we do anything else, might as well, since we have probably nothing else to do until we get a little bit of coal in at least, so we can run our burners and whatnot. Killjoy is here. Hi, Beer. Hi, Killjoy. How are you doing? You can also build the miners in a circle so they can fuel themselves and you can gather the overflow. Okay. First we need more miners though. Build 2 miners facing one another at the coal. That is the thing that works. Okay. Gonna try that as soon as I can. Get me another burner. Where are you at? I do need gears for that. For that I need more steel plates. So I should probably start with... My understanding is, let me test that real quick. Let me grab this stuff here. I should be able to just deconstruct everything and get it back, right? Is that how that works? Let it run out of fuel so we don't waste any of our beautiful stuff here. There we go. And okay, good. Just making sure it does go back in my inventory. That's what I thought, but I didn't know so. Okay, let's build us one of these. Let's grab this stuff here. There was also a button combination, I think, that you can do that. How do you grab stuff out of a building without having to go into it? I can't recall. And I think that's the same way to put it in as well. There we go. That's what we need first and foremost to start there. Also use wood for fuel mining the first bit. Why, Gabriel? And to smelt it too, you can use the smelt iron to get your first coal. By the way, I should sleep here. I hate you. I'm sorry, Gabriel. It's just how it goes sometimes, isn't it? Control left mouse button to grab. Yep, perfect. And I think I can also do now this here. Yep. Okay. There was something like that going on. Ryu says, hi, Beer. I'll check your stream tomorrow. Good night or guten Abend. Ryu, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Of course, this is not necessarily the best time frame for my European friends. I know it, but what can I do during the week? Yoskarat is here as well, I just see. Also, hey, nice to get in here in time. Greetings from Lake Constance. Greetings to you back, Yoskarat. And hey, I'm glad you made it. And the control plus left mouse button was from a level 5 HM. Thank you for that tip as well. But now that we have a few of those, let's build us a few more of those drills right away down here in the bottom left, I can see. Obviously, we need to automate this. That is not going to work forever. Even your Dutch neighbors need sleep, eh? Yeah. Okay. So far, so good. Let's grab us a little bit more coal. Let's grab us all the iron plates. How much is left in here? 26. In here we have 8. Okay, the right mouse button splits it. I did remember there was a split function. Let's see what we can do here. Up here on the top, we do need to first and foremost mine us some iron ASAP. So let's see if we can do that. How do you turn the stuff? With R. There we go. That makes it a hell of a lot more sensible. You can also have 2 at the same time. I can see right here an expected resource, so I need to be careful where I place it if I don't want to have stone and iron at the same time, which I don't. Let's go just somewhere here in the middle. It probably doesn't matter too much. Let's just grab us 2 of those here, maybe 3 of those here, something like that. And of course we need to go back and need to get us a little bit of coal. Hopefully we have some by now. And a few more iron plates. I need a stone furnace to actually make more of those. I didn't pay attention to that. Stone furnace, where are you? Down here. Needs stone. Who could have seen that coming? Maybe I should have gone for a little bit of stone right away. But either way, we can grab that manually for the time being. I do want to automate it as fast as I can, though. Just a matter of... Oh. Let's make this one here and this one here. Make us 2 boxes. Let's make us a handful of boxes. We've got plenty of wood laying around. And just put one in front of every single one. So we can do that manually for right now. Should aim for half a dozen miners for each resource, but the start will be really slow. That is a good tip. I appreciate that. So I will definitely try to make that happen. First of all, let's grab us a little bit more stone while we wait to get a little bit of iron. And then we will try to ramp up our production here quite drastically. I also need to remind myself how to make power. Instead of a box, place a furnace. True, we could just place the furnace just on the other side. Obviously. Didn't even consider that. Can we make us a furnace? Yes, we can. Let's get rid of the box. let's put the furnace right here. Let's steal the coal out of here, since we're nearby. And then immediately put that in here. Obviously, that's a much better mousetrap. Steam turbines, that's what it was. Let me check this out. We do have a boiler. We do have steam engines. And we do have an offshore pump. We need all of the above. And it looks like, this here looks like water maybe? From the distance. Let's grab this. Deconstruct this here and get rid of it. And can we build us another burner? Yes, we can. Or not a miner, I mean, a burner. Let's grab us another one right away. And put it right there. Grab the coal out of here. Split it in half. And plop it with control click in there. There we go. That should get the job done, hopefully. We should get a hell of a lot more coal now that we can feed over here. And also our iron plates are also being produced. So slowly but steadily, we are making more iron plates. And what do I need for a steam engine? Iron plates, iron gear wheels, and pipes. Pipes are being built with iron plates. So basically, I need nothing but iron plates. And it looks like a tiny little bit of copper, but not a hell of a lot. Make the coal miners feed into each other. That's the thing. Oh, that's what was said earlier. Like this. Now they're feeding themselves and we can grab the excess out of here. Like that. I see. That's actually pretty cool that that works. That you don't need some kind of device that puts the coal in there. I like that. That's a nice little trick. I really regret leaving those cliffs here on. I wish I would have known that you can turn those off. Damn it. Just walking around here already annoys the living crap out of me. And I see many, many more cliffs here on the map. Good grief. We do need one more burner. I'm gonna make one right now. Just so we can get ahead and grab us just a tiny... Actually, can we go ahead and directly make it? I don't have enough stone. Directly make us a furnace here. I need to get rid of those bloody trees here. It's a disaster to be able to walk through here. Now make a coal miner snake that's 12 miners long. 12 coal miners? Sounds like an insane amount. Cliffs are almost as much of an enemy as trees. Says I'm too tired. I'm already tired of the cliffs. That in a tech tree you can build explosives to blow up the cliffs. Oh really? That's actually cool then. I see all 3 Factorio enemies are switched on. Trees, cliffs, and biters. Brave. I did not know better, okay? But yes, let's just call it bravery for now, until we have a better term. Let's put one of those bad boys right here. And then let's grab us our coal right here, and feed it into here and into there. And get started with making us some copper plates. Yeah, maybe I should take one of those burners here. And also... plop one in here. You're correct. You guys are all correct. Obviously, since you have literally thousands of hours in this game and I started 10 minutes ago. What a coal. You sucker. Let's get rid of this one here for right now. Maybe I need it somewhere else. Maybe for more coal. Golly. Get rid of those trees. I need to carve me a path through here. So I don't have to walk into those trees every single time. There we go. Let's keep this here fed. Let's make sure that works in our favor, because otherwise we're going to be doomed from the beginning here, from what I can see. Did I just put everything in there? Golly, give me half of that. Put it in here. There we go. That's better. Trees are the true enemy. Everybody agrees. Insane amount would be 12 coal fields completely covered with miners. Well, I mean, for the first few minutes, 12 sounds like a lot. But again, what do I know? Okay, let's grab us the stuff here and let's see what we can build us. We can build us one boiler. We have none. No, we don't. We can build us a steam engine. Very nice. So we got our boiler going for us. Our steam engine is coming here any second now. Very nice. get down here. We're gonna build us one offshore pump. What's the output on this thing? 1200 per second? How much does the boiler need? 60 per second. Okay, apparently we only need one of those bad boys for a long time from the looks of it. Unless I don't understand what I'm looking at. We do need some pipes, of course. I have no idea how many, so let's grab us a handful. Then let's see if we can get power up and going. That would be a good first step. Let's grab more iron plates. Grab us some more wood, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, copper and wood are needed for power poles, and we will need those a lot. Get some underground pipes as well. Okay. Let me just grab a handful of trees over here in this general direction. Could have probably done that down here. Let's grab us a handful more trees so we can get easier through here. That's the main reason. Already have 91 wood. That should be more than enough. Get rid of the stuff. What else do we need? We said we need a couple of underground pipes. Alright, let's build us the 2 that we can build. We are using pipes to build underground pipes though, so now we don't have normal pipes anymore. Let's put all this piping stuff over here. We can always switch that out later for something else, but right at the moment I will need it to build up our power supply. Also, while we are at it, let's build us a handful of those poles right here. We will need those most definitely. Just seeing the distance here from the closest water down here or over here, but preferably down here because of trees. And let's put that in here as well. Alright, so far I think that looks like a pretty decent start. You don't have a nuclear reactor up yet? Not quite, but we are getting there. We're working on that. Oh, grief. Grab us the coal out of here. I go straight for fusion power. At the start you need more iron than power. Where am I going? Up here. Let me see. There we go. This here. And this here. What else do we have? One more steam engine. I don't waste uranium on power. Save it for nukes. What are you nuking? Serious question. What are we nuking? What can I nuke? Let's see. Where is the water supply? Right here. I guess it doesn't matter if it's the small one or the big one. I don't think the game cares. Okay, let's see. So we have here our offshore pump. Our offshore pump can feed into the boiler. And I did build us a second steam engine because I did notice 60 per second output. And right here 30 per second input. So we should be able to put 2 steam engines on 1 boiler. At least I hope so. I'm just gonna put it, hell, I don't know. Maybe right. What's the input? What's the output? That should be the first question I'm asking probably. Looks like here on my left side, it's the output and over here is the input. So right there should work. And then the boiler, can I just connect it straight or do I need a pipe? Do I need a pipe to connect this here? I don't know. Maybe you guys have an answer. But let me put this underground pipe in. And connect it straight up, so we do have water supply. Can I do this, or do I need a pipe? I can't tell from the game. No pipe, no pipe. Okay, let's build us 2 of those here. We will need to connect up some power poles here. Maybe just something simple like right here, connects both of them. Then we should be able to probably come all the way to the base, but one step after the next here. And then last but not least, coal. And I believe you're producing power now. I mean, this thing does something. Where does it say your power output? Available power, 900 kilowatts. Okay, so they are producing power. We are good with that. Now, I believe the next step, or the next logical step from my perspective, would be to automate that we are bringing coal up here. So we need conveyor belts that go all the way up here. What does do those cost? Do the tutorials teach you about dragging power lines? I have no idea. I haven't played the tutorials. Maybe all the way back in 2020, but certainly not today. Let's see. You bloody damn trees. Those things are the most annoying I've ever seen. We are the tutorial. That is correct, Icarus. You are, in fact, the tutorial. Alright, more iron plates. How much can I build of those? So this gives me 2. That gives me a total of 28. That is nowhere near enough for what I'm planning on building. First of all, let's give us more miners. That's probably a good idea. And then let's see if we can keep those miners here going. Let's make 2 more until we do anything else. We do need, obviously, more furnaces as well. I need more plates, and I need them fast. There we go. Now, just need to go and grab me a handful more of our coal. Our biter's turned on, everything's turned on. These are the standard settings. We didn't change a thing. So, yeah, something is turned on somewhere. Are you guys working? No, of course not, because I gotta give you something first to actually start the infinite process. You guys are not working either because you're full. I guess that's the downside of not using a chest, because the chest seems to have an insane amount of storage right here. 100 or 50 each. It's definitely more than only 1 tile. So I guess, yeah, I gotta keep on top of this here so it just doesn't sit here idle. More you know, right? Damn trees. Get out of my way. Eventually, there will be no trees left, because every time I go through here and get annoyed by it, I just get rid of a couple more. Okay, let's grab us coal, and let's put the coal into right there. Did I just get rid of everything? Give me half back. Put it in here. And let's make us more wonderful plates, so we can start making the transport belts that I require. Who says 10 likes and 25 viewers, we can do better? I agree, and I would also highly appreciate it if you could like the stream, because it's free and it helps me out greatly with our algorithm overlords. And we will see very shortly if it was a horrible idea to start streaming without before playing the game, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, and in this case here I was like, you know what, screw it. Could I play the tutorials? Could I watch YouTube videos? Of course I could. But I think it's more fun having you guys here in chat and helping me out here and there a tiny little bit. Alright, more belts. How many do we have? Nowhere near enough. That's the answer to that question. Let's plop that down here. You can rotate the miners so they all feed each other in a circle instead of being paired up. That works too. Okay. Thank you, FIFO. I had no idea that's a thing. Oh, grief. I guess kind of obvious that I can feed it from any direction. Should have thought about that. This game is pretty self-explanatory. Tutorial isn't that great. Remember to hug your first biter friend. Is there actually a hug emote or something in the game? Or are you choking? More conveyor belts. Let's get started with the conveyor belts that we have and see how far 66 gets us. I have no idea. We will find out though. Just need to make sure that I build them in the right direction though. I do remember that being a problem. We want to come up here and we need to be 1 tile away, I believe. So let's see how far does 60 get us if we just make it 1 straight line. And the answer is bloody not very far. Just judging on our minimap right here, it looks like I need at least another 80 to 100, I would argue. It will get you 66 tiles. I had a feeling about that. I just cannot judge how many tiles this here is from here. Like up here, our steam to right there where our coal is. Shift and control click will build different amounts of items. According to my math, 60 belts will get you 60 tiles. Thank you guys. I truly appreciate that. Is there any way to like measure distance? Or you just have to get a feeling for it? There's not like a chi, like a dig button in Oxygen not included that tells you how far something is away from you. Another 26, very nice. And also right here we have inserters. We will need those as well, so might as well grab a couple of those while we are at it. Can't hurt to have them in the inventory already. Not without mods. Okay, we have no mods, we have nothing. This is the base game as it comes from Steam, with a game started exactly as it is. Right here, we're running out of coal again. And the same here. Even though stone really doesn't matter too much right now. We just need a little bit more belts. It's another 20 right there, that can't hurt. Durf says, you got this beer, have fun, gotta fuel my furnace. Thank you, Durf. I hope you have a good one, brother. Use burner inserter for the power. Burner inserter. Why? Why wouldn't I use electricity? If I literally produce the electricity there. With shift space, you get into pause, and it shows you a grid. Okay. Alright. Still not much to measure with, I guess, but definitely helpful. If power is down, electric inserter won't get you back up. That is very true, I would have to walk there. Don't use burner inserters. I don't know who to listen to. Let's make more belts while we're at it. That could be barely enough for our uses here. Because once we have the belt, we also don't need those shenanigans here anymore. Let's see how far us our 90 belts get. Yes, I know, guys. 90 towels. 90 towels. Let's see. It's not looking too shabby. Bloody trees in the way, of course. How else would it be? Without trees, it would be completely boring, I suppose. There we go. Get out of my industrial complex, damn it. Let's just go... How do I do this? Like this, it just does it automatically. Okay, cool. So if I do something like this here, and on the other hand, maybe something like this here. No, that doesn't work. That looks like it could do something. And then just go ahead and rip these here out. And plop. Don't roll. Oh, no, actually, yeah, moving with the belt. Gotta be careful of that. I already know that will annoy the living crap out of me later on. Let's build those two on this side and two on this side. Doesn't really matter where, I suppose. Let's grab us some coal here, 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 and here. So we can get this here pumped out for right now. Eventually I want to replace this here with electric stuff, I guess. When you overconsume power, then all inserters slow down. That is good information, I guess. But I currently have two Steam things. I don't know how much power what needs, but it seems like with a total of 900 kilowatt hours, I should be more than sufficiently set up here, right? Or am I making that up? How are we going to build this? Maybe one here, one there, and then let's just come along here as far as we can. Somebody said there's like a trick in the tutorial about how to build this here more efficiently. How would I do that? Click, drag, run. Click, drag, run. Oh, okay. But it's not building it, though. It's all ghosts. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Bloody trees once again. Destroying my beautiful plan. Let's see here. Click, drag, and run. Yeah, that's more what I wanted, though. Now he's building it, though. Why didn't he build it before? He ran out of poles. I still have 9. Let's build us one over here. Let's build us one over here. It's because I need to get used to that you cannot sprint in this game. I shift-clicked. That's what happened. Now I know. I'm just so used to pressing shift for sprinting, and there's just no bloody sprinting in this game. So, that wasn't really too helpful, I suppose. It did help a little bit, though. Looks like everything has been built, just making sure there's not a ghost in here that cuts our power off, but it looks to be okay. Now we need this electric mining drill right here, for which we need, of course, more iron plates. Yeah, level 5 is correct. I was holding shift. Like I said, I just gotta get used to that. Holding shift in this game does precisely nothing. Sprinting is getting on the belt and running with it. Okay. Not optimal, I would argue, but let's grab us all that we can have, now that we have power available. And then I'm just gonna build those 4 here, replace those burners with electric ones, and see how much am I actually consuming on power. At the moment it's obviously 0, I'm not consuming anything. Let's get rid of those here. Sure, we can use them for something else eventually, but right at the moment, let's replace it with, where you at, right here, our electric ones. The electric ones we should be able to build maybe in the same location, really. Here we have 10k. Let's build 2 over here. And let's build us 2 over here, just like we had before. And now our electric consumption is at 360 kilowatts, but I'm producing 1.8 megawatts actually, so we should be okay for a hot second here. The only thing that's of course still missing is up on the top, the inserters that we grabbed earlier. And yes, it does go a hell of a lot faster on the belt. Very true. Okay, let's lob that bad boy here. I guess we can grab our coal again, because now our inserter will take care of it. And we should be okay, at least for a hot minute. We don't want to do that though, that slows us down. Gotta be careful and mindful of that as well. So now we have our first automation set up, and that first automation is electricity, which I would argue is a pretty decent start. I mean, could be worse. Other than that though, next on the list is going to be producing iron. Lots of it. And I want to see what I can come up with for that. There gotta be a better way than this here, which obviously there is. It's just a matter of finding something that works, especially since we are all the way up here, and I hate that. God, those damn cliffs right here are really, really annoying. I mean, we would have to build belts basically all the way down here, which we probably have to do, because if I want to build anything that's bigger, I need to do it down here, or maybe right there. Right there may be a good spot too. I'm just looking at the map, trying to find me a spot where I can start producing. With this being your first time playing, can we expect a series out of this, or just a trial run? The true answer is I don't know yet. Maybe it will be a series. I mean, if I'm enjoying it, you guys are enjoying it, if you all have fun, might as well. There's nothing stopping us from doing so, right? You can use underground belts for the cliffs, I think. Underground belts. Underground belts? I don't have underground belts. Not from what I can see, at least. May have to first unlock that. Need science. Okay, let's check out science right here. It's those little bottles. It needs a copper plate and an iron gear wheel. It should be somewhat easily obtainable. You're kind of lucky there are so many trees in the desert. You would have gotten eaten by biters already. Trees absorb pollution. So the biters are being attracted by pollution. Is that my understanding, or what you're trying to tell me? So we're making iron plates right here. Well, that is a problem. I guess we can just, I mean, for the beginning, how much does it cost us? Right here we have an assembly machine and a long-handed inserter, and here we have the underground belts that we were just talking about. It costs 20. This one it costs 10, a total of 30. We can just do that manually without setting up some fancy automation. Just for the beginning here. I'm assuming that's probably the intention anyway. Pilson says, oh, this can get good. I started playing Oxygen Not Included because of you and haven't been watching this from others. Don't peer pressure me into buying this also. I guess we will see. Again, if we have all fun, then why not? and I couldn't tell you how much it costs because I bought it in 2020 and played it 10 hours. We need power. Okay, let's try this again somewhere else. And at the same time, let's refill all this stuff here while we are at it. And grab us more plates out of it while we are at it as well. Factorio is inferior to oxygen not included. I mean, to convince me that there's something better than oxygen not included, that will take quite a lot. There is no denying it. Let's build us the 30 that we need. We could build 72. So when there are 42 left, that should give us exactly the 30 that we need. Of course, that takes a long time because we're doing it manually. I still got to finish Surviving Mars. I have played that before. Surviving Mars is a fun game. I enjoyed Surviving Mars thoroughly. RimWorld is better than Oxygen Not Included. Another game that I've never played. Never. I don't even think I own it. As far as I'm aware. I don't think I've ever touched it. We should be able to probably start researching, even with not having all 30 at once. Yeah. Let's get this here done, and let's see what the automation and the logistics gives us. That should be helpful in the long run, I hope. In the meantime, though, what could we do? Probably not a hell of a lot. I really hope those underground belts will work across those cliffs. That would be a total game changer, because my plan was thoroughly to build everything over here, especially since we have our coal right here. So it would make sense to utilize the coal that we already have. I mean, the belt is full. We are producing way, way more than we will ever need for that one boiler up here. So putting furnaces along here somehow in one shape or form should probably be the best idea. But that only works if we can get through there. Underground belts work on cliffs. Good. But it's not the second person that says it. I'm getting slightly more hopeful. Let me put it that way. Where it says RimWorld basically is unplayable without raids. Factorio is pure sandbox without biters. In Oxygen Not Included, threats are basically your own incompetence. That is a fact, though. The only threat in Oxygen Not Included is really your own incompetence. That is very true. I also like that description. That is a very good one. You don't play Factorio without biters. I wouldn't know. You really need to build a radar. A radar? Can I build a radar already? I don't have to unlock that somehow? I don't see a radar. I do see a radar. Scans the nearby sectors and actively reveals an area around it. I can build one of those. Sure, let's build a radar. Let's finish this research, and the other thing that we wanted was right here. Let's make sure we have that going for us as well. And plop that in here. Automation, logistics, military 1, gun turrets, and then the world is yours to command. Alright. We should be able to get all of that, I believe, with number 1 research, right? You said automation, we already have that. Logistics, we're doing right now. Military 1 is right here. And gun turrets are right there. Yeah, we can build all that. It's just normal research. First of all, though, I do want those underground belts. Those are highly important. So we can start with building up here. What I'm planning on doing is, I'm going to let you guys know, and you tell me if I'm an idiot or not. I'm trying to get the ore extracted up here with electric drills, of course. Then feeding it on a belt. The belt comes down here. And down here, I'm trying to come up with some kind of setup, maybe, that allows us to smelt it into iron plates. Somewhere here in this general area somewhere. It doesn't really matter exactly where. Probably close to here, so we can start somewhere here. Maybe right here, for example. What would that look like, though? That is the question here. So we do have right here our coal. Our coal is just running along. If I build, I can use shift click. Yes, shift click it is. And to right click to get rid of it. Let me see, what can I come up with? So I need a smelter, of course. The smelter gets fed by two things, by ore and also at the same time by coal. So how do I feed both of those in there? Though there are those long-armed ones, so we could just have a second belt coming down our cliff and go along here, where our long-arm one can grab the coal and our short-arm one, our normal inserter, can grab the iron, put it into the smelter. That could theoretically work. Or we're going to do it differently and split it off, because we're also going to get this splitter right here. And as far as I know, the splitter moves the stuff from one belt into two or vice versa. So that's probably what we're going to go for. So let me get rid of a handful of trees right here so we have a little bit of space to try around. Belts have two sides, so we could put those on the same belt. That would also be an option. How would I do that, though? Would I just have a... well, it would be easier to show what I'm trying to think of with that inserter. Or sorry, not that inserter, that splitter. If I have one side go in with coal and one side go in with iron, would it automatically put them only on one side each? Because if not, I foresee problems. That could potentially be a problem. I guess we will have to find out. Just like the T section on your coal line. Just keep trying stuff until your inner engineer takes over. Well, it's not really much about engineering at this point. At this point is trying to figure out how this stuff here works, right? Once I know how it works, then we can engineer some shit. Yeah. Yes, T intersections work that way. Okay. That is a helpful info. Okay, here we have a nice space. If I now have, and where that's coming from, I don't know yet. We will figure that out in due time. I'm going to have right here one of those. I'm going to have an inserter behind it. Let's just assume that right here we have a line that has coal on it and it has iron on it, right? An inserter somewhere right here. It doesn't really matter too much. From there, I'm going to grab it out and put it into a box. And then even from there, and I don't know, is it possible to grab something out of a box with an inserter? I assume it is, but I don't know for sure, guys. If I build this here, does this work? Or can I only access those here manually? Yes, that works. Okay. Now, if I build me right here, belt, then I can just move it to wherever the hell I want, right? But I could go actually a step further than this. Theoretically, I actually built this belt here, I didn't press shift. If I have my belt come along here. No, that wouldn't work. I guess this would be a good start, and we go from there. I'm not entirely sure. Just not in this orientation. We need to turn it 90 degrees, so it kind of makes sense with this belt right here, probably. Our research is done, though. That's a good thing. Let's get us maybe military next, because you guys keep talking about those spiders, and you're scaring the crap out of me with it. So let's grab us these bad boys right here. But yeah, something like this here seems like a viable setup to me. We just need some power in there, and we should be okay. One yellow belt with half coal, half ore can supply 24 stone furnaces. Holy shit. Okay, that is good information to have. Let's get rid of all this stuff here. And let's see if we can play around with this underground belt before we do anything else. But I think I have an idea. So what I just built right there, that at least sounds right in my head, and it would work. Let's grab us some more resources before we do anything else. So very nice. How are we looking on coal in here? We are just fine. How about in here? Even better. Perfect. Won't matter for much longer, because we are about to get us some underground belts here. Where are they? There they are. Let's grab those. I need to sort this here better at some point, but right at the moment it will do. So if I have my input right around here somewhere. Maybe as far up on the cliff as I can. That sounds a reasonable thing to do. And then go down. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. Beautiful. Very good. Now all that we need is, of course, our trusty electric mining drills. Let's see. That should encapsulate everything right here. Let's build 3 of them maybe, because I have 3. That's the only reason for that number. And let's build us some power over here. Question is just, how do we do this? Probably something like this here. Let me walk to the other side. And just connect it up, quote unquote, somehow. Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to work. That'll do. A little bit out of the way. Miners, of course, are not going to do anything. You damn trees. You gotta be choking. Get out of my way. There we go. Let's grab us these here, which we can't because there are none. None is not much. We need some coal. Let's go to our trusty belt real quick. Take care of that. There was a button. B, F, F. F's the button. Let's just walk along here. Grab us a bunch of that stuff. Let the hate flow. The hate against trees, it is flowing. That train has left the station already. Trees are apparently in this game my natural enemy. Let's fill this stuff here up. Just so we can grab us more of those copper plates. Okay, so now we have it connected. Now we need belts. Plenty of belts before we do anything else. So we can get started with the ore. The ore, of course, needs to come along here. And then it needs to come up to right there. Something just like this. Should get the job done. Feeds it in there. And for right now, we shouldn't have to touch it anymore until we, well, need more ore, I suppose. These splitters right here that we just unlocked, not the long-armed bad boy. Just a couple of splitters here. Gonna grab those as well. And then I'm still trying to figure out how we are going to do this. First I need my splitter. Give me my first splitter. There it is. Got the splitter. If I put the splitter anywhere, for example, right here would be a good idea. And I build me a belt. What does that look like? Kind of what I expected. But that's a good thing. Now, here, cannot reach. Let's build this up. Need more belts. Need many more belts. We need to have a belt factory here soon. Factorio is an action game? No, it's a tower defense game. Right-click makes more items. Right-click does make more items. Not boxes, damn it. Stop it, stop it. Okay, so now, we had this T intersection right here. Let's see if we can accomplish the same thing once again. Something like this here is exactly what I'm looking for. Perfect. Good. Maybe not necessarily in that location in the middle of nowhere, but the start doesn't look too shabby. That is just for testing purposes. I needed to see what it looks like before I can make a decision of how to proceed. Right here we're going to come over. We're going to build the exact same thing, but we are going to build it closer down here on the bottom, so we are not taking up so much space up here on the top. I have a feeling eventually I'll need that stuff. Right here we're going to put our first splitter. And then come over to the left. And then right here, we're just going to come up. The rest of the stuff, get rid of it. Eventually, we're just going to get rid of that iron from our inventory. Not entirely sure what to do with it yet, but I'm sure we will find a way to use it. There we go. Alright, now we have this. Now, back to the plan. How are we going to utilize it? I would argue we are going to build us what I just had in mind. Right up here, we're going to have the furnace. And the furnace needs to be one away from the belt, I suppose. Something like this here. Do I need any space in this direction? I don't think so. I should just be able to build it right next to this belt right here. Not spacing things out is going to come back to bite you. You have enough space, there's coal you're covering. Am I worried about this tiny little piece of coal right here that I'm quote-unquote wasting? Is that a real issue? I thought you never really space things out well enough. Lots of tear but down and rebuild. So I should give it some space. Okay. Alright guys, you convinced me. Let's get rid of it again and build it just outside of this ore field. That should give us plenty of space in between here. And I think I know what you're saying, because eventually we will need the same setup that I'm about to build again, or at least something very similar, because down here on the bottom we have our copper. Not close enough. That is really annoying. That's the one thing that I don't like about it, that there's like an action radius. If I want to click something down here, damn it, let me click it. Let's go up here. That should give us access to all the coal once we can reach it. And then let's try this one last time and bring it over to roughly right there. This one here comes up and comes over to roughly right here. Okay, once again, we're back where we started 5 minutes ago. You're going to end up building huge. Map is infinite? Really? Son of a gun, that's crazy actually. Okay, so let's see if we can find us a way to make something useful here. But Ryan says, okay, it's time. Later, you will tear down the first base and replace it. All right, good. That is good to know. So let's just build something before we don't do anything. So we're going to build us one of those. We already talked about that. We're going to grab us one of these, put that in there. Then another one that comes out into a box. More inserters. Give me more inserters, damn it. Earlier it was just Ghost, we didn't actually need him. And then right here, plop us in a wonderful belt. Belt to nowhere. I guess we can't just bring the belt here for right now. And maybe? No, wait a second. I have a different idea looking at this here. What if we build this here double? You don't need the box. I just figured so I can have some storage in case this belt here gets full. That was my intention for the box. Because otherwise the production will just stop, right? If this inserter has nowhere to put it and this here is full. Put items directly on the belt. But again, if the belt gets full, I'm stopping production, right? Or am I wrong about that? Does it just go... No, it can't go. As soon as this here is full with 50 or 100 or however many fit in here, I'm done if I don't empty this belt. Buffers are a double-edged sword in this game. Correct, Bier. Box seems better. The wheels are turning. I don't know which wheels, but... let me build this again. Let me build it the exact same way on the other side and see if I can make that happen, because here I should be able to do this twice. What's stopping me from doing that? Nothing, right? Let me just duplicate that. Is there a copy and paste in this game, by the way, guys? Does anybody know? You can have one box at the end. That would be another option, I suppose. That would be another option. You don't need the little chunk of belt after you insert it. This one here I don't need. Okay, that also makes sense. You can just have the inserters put it on the belt. I'm always correct. Here, put the next furnace above your current one. You mean right here? Let me build another one. Where are you at? Let me build a handful. We will need them anyway. I mean, yes, of course, I will build more, but what if I do directly both sides? Wouldn't that be a nice setup? Control C, Control V, but at this stage it only places ghosts. Control C. Oh, it's literally Control Command to Windows commands. Oh, it's so stupid. We were talking about spacing it out. Do I need a space here? 2 spaces. How many spaces do I need? None. Is that a good thing as a ghost? Or do I need to keep 1 extra space? No space. Okay, no spaces are being built. So if I build 4 of those, let's just ignore this left side over here for a minute. And let's just build us 4 of these here. Need to have a few more of those. You'll need a space for power poles. Space for power pole. Don't I? Am I not able to put a power pole in between here? I can put a power pole in between here. Just not right here, but in between there, everywhere I can put a power pole. Should be okay, I believe. Okay, now that we have everything, let's copy and paste this stuff here. Here, there, and over here one more time. Director's in the way. I cannot even build where I'm standing. I mean, you guys said I don't need this belt, but now I already have it and I don't want to rebuild everything. Pretty sure it can't hurt anything other than it costs a little bit of extra resources, right? Right? Okay, let's turn this bad boy on and see what happens, I suppose. Let's bring the power pole all the way over here, maybe. Cannot reach. That will take me a hot minute to get used to that nonsense. Cannot reach. Not used to that from any game that I usually play. That something is not reachable. I can just click anywhere on the screen. There's a lot of room for poles. Power poles will fit between the inserters. You can also have one buffer at the end instead of one per furnace. Yeah, we talked about that. I will do that with the copper. I'm just building this here for right this moment, so it, well, does something. And I'm going to use your suggestions, all of them, and I'm going to put it when we build the same thing or something similar, at least for the copper down here, because we will need that as well, I have a feeling. So at the moment, I'm just going to do this. And then I'm going to take all your ideas together. So it's not that I'm not listening to you guys, it's just faster to do it right now. This way. And later on, we're going to do it your proper way. You can limit the amount of box stores. How? Click in on it. Limit part of the inventory, so it cannot be... Okay. I don't really see a reason to do that, though. I mean, right now the belt is full. I'm not going to do anything with it. So right at the moment, it just puts it into the box and fills it all up with plates. Should be okay, right? I don't see a problem. Put furnaces on the other side of your coal ore belt. Could also be a good idea that we just put the entire thing again over here. But what I really wanted to do is I wanted to move eventually this entire thing over here to the middle and then split it right here to the left and to the right. So I can have the same setup on the left and on the right. That was what I was in my mind. If that is a good idea, you guys tell me. But it should work though, at the bare minimum. Basically, let's do that real quick. I just want to see what it does. Let's get rid of this belt right here. And... this belt right here, and probably also this belt right here. Let's grab all the stuff that's in the middle right here, and let's get rid of all this stuff right here. Let's see if what I have in mind works at all. Trial and error, empirical testing, if you want. Let's bring this here down just a notch, so I have a little bit more space on top. And then right here where the middle is where I want to meet. Basically right there. A little bit for aesthetics here. Here a belt that comes straight through, just like we did before. Just we're not going to hook up our iron right here. We're going to bring the iron over to the left. Bring it up. It doesn't have to be pretty right this moment. Again, testing purposes only. And then... now, I need a splitter. I now do this. Not this way around though, that's probably not gonna work. What is that gonna look like? Does that look like the way I want it to look like? That's my question. Then build a belt over here, and another belt over here, and then connect this here up. That looks exactly what I want that to look like, not like this though. And then bring it down here. So now I have a nice double setup for the belt in the middle. And I can utilize the left and the right side. That's what I was thinking of. And at least on the left side now one more is already running. But it should do exactly the same. Don't need this piece of belt right here. Everything is fine. Yep, this is good. Looks good. That's awesome. Okay. So that's the first piece of machinery that we built. That's a real machine. That is going to help us with a bunch of iron plates. And now every time, because I don't know what to do yet with the iron plates, we need to figure out what we're going to feed that into, obviously. I can just come through here and grab all those iron plates out of those boxes. That was my intention. Now we have a boatload of iron plates available to us basically at all times, which should be nice. It's okay, but not really optimal. Well, the truth is I didn't expect it to be optimal. Gotta keep in mind, this is my first time playing this game, so if it throws at the end out what I wanted to throw out, I'm pretty damn happy with it. For right this second. First we make it functional and then we optimize it. That is how we do it or how I do it at least at work as well, and then we go from there. Okay, now we have down here our copper and we need to do something very similar with it. And theoretically, just thinking about it, if we have over here on the left side our iron, over here on the right side, we could just have our copper. Also, speaking of it, didn't I research weapons? Did I run out of... Oh, I deconstructed the research station because it was in my way. That's right. We do need weapons. I am scared about those spiders coming in and haunting me in my sleep. So, let's make sure we make that happen here. Let's grab us a few more research before we do anything else. Do you ever plop down that radar? No, I completely forgot that it exists. Let's plop down that radar. Again, I can always tear it back out, so I'm just gonna plop it here somewhere. What's my power consumption looking like? 800 kilowatts. That's still below one of our 2 steam turbines, so we should be golden. Okay, I don't know what you're doing. Radar William Wilson, which is apparently its name. Lab Fritos. Those things have names, really? Fascinating. Either way, though, what I was saying was we should probably build open map with M. Ah, I see what it's doing. It gives me more. And you said the map is infinite, and I'm pretty sure you're damn right about that. Holy shit. Good grief. Oh, I can just zoom into it. Now, that is cool. I like that a lot. That is actually amazing. And I can even zoom into my new plot. No, I can't. Only places that I can actually see right here. Okay, well, either way. That is cool. I like to see that. What we do need, a hell of a lot more, is transport belts. Right mouse click. Gotta try to remind myself of the shortcuts. And let's also grab our research and feed it in here so we can get started on our research for weaponry. Dump the ore into the furnaces. No need to keep it in inventory. That is a good call, actually. That is a very good call. Let's fill those suckers here up and get rid of it. We also have all the stone with us, which we will need to make furnaces out of. Potentially something else later, who knows. Anything else in here that we don't need? A bunch of coal. Always good to have a little bit of extra coal for right now. Okay, either way though. And that's gonna be a disaster, getting through all those trees. Is there any method to get rid of those trees faster? Like, can I shoot at them? I mean, I did do that earlier with C. That's just not faster. But somewhere right here, I need a somewhat straight pass. Grenades. I don't think I have grenades. No. I do have light armor. Maybe I should put me one of those on. I see I don't have any armor, so let's throw that on. But right at the moment, all I want is some kind of straight pass for one conveyor belt to come through here. That's really all I want for right this second. And let's just make us a path through here. What am I going to do with bloody 390 wood? I need to build me a box somewhere where I can store that shit because it's just going to be sitting around in my inventory. Nukes work too. That is hilarious, honestly. Okay, that looks like a straight enough pass for me right now. Let's see. We need, first of all, more electric drills that we don't have because we don't have copper plates. Let's change that. Now we should be able to build more. No? What are we lacking? Iron plates? Seriously, we're lacking iron plates? Oh yeah, because I built a ton of belts. Should have seen that coming. Tank is a fun way. You can have a tank in this game? What the hell is this game? I thought it's a game about automation. Let's grab a handful of those. Change our research. We have now a submachine gun, a shotgun, and shotgun shells. That never hurts. We have a little SMG. And then what somebody said earlier, and I apologize, don't remember who it was, gun turrets. So gun turrets is next. Tank isn't even the best vehicle. Good grief. What is going on with this game? Let's build this. Let's get, first of all, how do I clear this here? Middle click to clear shortcut. Well, it's always nice if it just tells you. You don't have to try to figure it out desperately. Up here on the top, maybe. Where do we have a nice area where we can build in a straight line? Here maybe. Here maybe. Here maybe. And here maybe. Let's just do all of these here. And grab us one belt that comes through. And then at the end right here, bring the belt back over. Yes, that's a little bit of waste, but I have a feeling that in the future that may be helpful to have it all on one side in case we want to put something else on there. What happened here? You just built an underground belt? Who told you to do so? I want you to get rid of the tree and not build an underground belt. Those things are expensive. Okay, we made it about as far up as we did over here. Golly, we need to get rid of all these trees here? Son of a gun. Let's see. Have miners on both sides or only have the belts fill? That was actually my intention. What if I want to, well, maybe I should ask the question first. Is there ever going to be a situation where I want to put something else on my belt? Because that's why I only put it on one side on purpose. If that is pointless, then well. Spiders are the best part of the game. If you don't like it, play Satisfactory. Satisfactory is 3D though, right? I mean, everything's 3D, but isn't it first person? That's the better thing to say here, I suppose. Let's see, all this stuff here. Let's get rid of all those trees here. Give me a nice space that matches roughly the space over here. I could have built all this here further over to the right, though. Obviously, I didn't know that yet. But maybe we can do that a little bit better over here. So if we not leave an insane amount of space, but something like right here. Have our belt at the same height. Let's make it look somewhat equal. And have our belt come up here. Have our belt come through here. Get up there. And then maybe right here we need to get through. Get rid of those trees. Satisfactory is first person. Yeah, that's what I thought. You know, obviously I've seen a couple of screenshots, maybe a couple of minutes of a video here and there, but it's also nothing that I have ever played, really. Not that I have anything, not that I have a problem with it, it just didn't happen to be so far. Kind of like this game here too cannot reach. Golly, I'm like, why are you not building it? Damn it, why are you not building it? Damn it. Turns out, it's the reason. So right here, we need to build us once again a splitter down here somewhere, where we can then bring the coal over and then do the exact same thing as we did before, just preferably the same height. Then right here, we should probably wait a second until we do that so I can build this thing here again. We're gonna use the copy tool, even though it doesn't really build us anything helpful. Control C, that's what it was. Can I flip it though? Is there a way to flip it 180 degrees? By any chance? R? Yes, R. Okay. Should have tried it first before I asked. Here we are, though. Let's leave a little bit of space, just like we did over there, so it looks somewhat equal. And let's plop it here. Plop it here, and plop it... Damn tree. Out of my way. Here. Nope, not there. That one here we gotta get rid again. All of it. That was too far away. Right here's another pole in the way. God, you can't see anything. There we go. 3 of them and 4 of them. And then on the other side, we're gonna try this here again, but we are going to modify this here. So I'm just trying to figure out what the size is. You guys said we don't need the boxes, so let's get rid of them. That means we don't need a second inserter. All we need is this here then, is what you guys say. RFG are for rotating and mirroring. Those are good tips, thank you guys. So if I only need this here, that will of course make the entire build a little bit smaller. And I can put it directly into the belt. I don't need the sideways belt, you guys said, so okay. Let's plop in a belt right here. Not like this. You damn trees. Oh, one of those days. I'll concur, don't box stuff unnecessarily, especially if batters and pollution are on. Of course, because then they don't ever turn off and I produce more pollution. So I do see your point now. That makes a hell of a lot more sense now to me. That was the piece of information that I was missing. Now you're wishing you chose the desert map? Yes. I wish I would have known a couple of things. No cliffs. Desert map. Oh, would have been beautiful. Control C, let's grab this stuff here again. Not like this. All of it, please. And let's rotate it around so we can copy and paste it onto here. It's not going to exactly work the way I want it to, though. Let's build it manually, after all. Let's see here, a furnace. And then the inserter is going to be this way around, right here and right there. And now we can copy it. Like this, and plop it in 1, 2, 3 more times. Which will then... That happens to be actually our middle. That wasn't even intentional, so that works. Right here, we can then come over to right there with our belt. Something just like that. Now, of course, last but not least, we will need that middle part right here. Not like this. Once again, we need to... Not like this, I said. Like this. And on the other side, we need a couple more belts. Just a couple, though. We don't need a hell of a lot. And bring it in. Get rid of the rear part. And that should be okay. Now we just need our splitter right here. And our splitter is going to go... Don't roll away on the belt. This guy is having way too much fun on his belt here. Look at this. Crazy. Yeah, that sounds reasonable to me. Let's see if that works. FIFA says, oh yes, this is looking professional. Hell yeah. We're getting there, slowly but steadily. One step at a time. Oh, come on, you damn trees, I swear to God. Let's put us one here and one there. That should turn these bad boys on. Yep, that should do it. There's only 4 of them, though. Should be okay for right now. And while we are waiting for that stuff to arrive, of course, we need to actually build this stuff right here, because we just put in the ghosts. Maybe not just 2 more. We will need a hell of a lot more eventually, so let's pump them out while we have time and nothing better to do. We will need a bunch of inserters. We need a total of 8 over here, 16 total. We need more than 16, though. Let's build us maybe roughly 30 of them. Build is inside out, but still the spacing is looking efficient. Build is inside out. Now that you say it, I could have just fed this build here straight down the middle and do it the other way around. Yeah. You are having a good point there. I recommend expanding your power plant now. Yeah, that's a good call. Let me plop in some power poles right here into some appropriate locations. Still sucks though, because I do need 2 of them to power all of it. A little bit of an issue. Now we just need, of course, more inserters. Inserters this way around, 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 and then in the opposite direction. Everywhere. Did I not build one here? Really? Did I put a power pole where I should have my inserter? Apparently that's precisely what happened. And this one right here. Where's that power pole? Get rid of it. Build me one here. That should do it. And right here, of course, we need 1 extra piece of belt. Which doesn't have power. How do you not have power? How about that? We are at 1.3 megawatts right here, so we do have a little bit of leeway, but you're 100% right. William lies here, says, morning, what are you doing today? Factorio? Yes, so we are playing Factorio, that is correct. Alright, let's grab us right here, where we do have this. Yep, very nice. And also, did we ever get our weapons in? Yes, I want my SMG right away. Maybe we should also probably get us some mags in while we are at it here. I have no idea how much ammo this thing needs, but better too much than not enough. Iron plates are thankfully not a problem anymore, so I don't really care too much. Better, again, too much than not enough. And also, stuff that's in a belt. Let's grab it before it just lays around and does nothing. And then let's extend our power output up here on the top a little bit. The standard usually is feeding ore coal onto the outside and output plates inside. Well, that's what I did though, right? Because you can do a whole belt of throughput of ore and an output with half belts and then output 1 belt in the center. Hold on though. But that is what I'm doing, right? Is that not what you mean, Wes? Feeding ore coal onto the outside. Because you can do a whole belt of throughput of ore on the output with a half a belt and then output 1 belt in the center. Either I'm misunderstanding or that's what I did. Run on the belt, good call. Oh, I just noticed something. There's something red on the map for the first time. That's the first time I see something red, so that worries me. Thankfully, we have our SMG, but it's not selected. How do I select my SMG? We do need, of course, up here on the top, a handful, another boiler, 2 more steam engines, another boiler, 2 more steam engines. Sure. Let's make it 3 times as big as we already have it. Tab. Can you open a map and enable the pollution overlay? The pollution overlay. That's a lot of pollution. That worries the living crap out of me. You guys said pollution is not good for biters. So what you're telling me is they will attack me when this here reaches this here? When the red reaches this here? Is that how that works? Turret coverage. Electric networks. Ooh. Logistics network. Tags. Worker robots. Rail signals. Recipe icons. God. Space to fire. I clicked C earlier. I cannot even do C anymore. I don't know why I can't, but I can't fire. Guess we will figure it out when the time comes, but first let me finish this here real quick so we don't actually run out of power. Now I have a problem though. Small electric pole is in the way. So this doesn't work out the way that I wanted it to work out. Now what? Maybe just put up a pipe in the middle between them to give it a little bit of space. How does that sound? Give me a handful of pipes, will you? Let's see. Piece of pipe here, then the boiler. Then a piece of pipe. Then another boiler to leave enough space for the steam engines. Yeah. I think that makes a hell of a lot more sense now. Let's hook it up here, and let's hook it up. Do I need to hook it up? No, I don't think I need to, though. I think that is all that I need, because everything else has already power. All that I need, obviously, are inserters. The other way around here and there, and let's go. We should see how much power we have now. 5.4 megawatts. We should be okay again for a hot minute. Nice. Von Rheinland said you need one pipe between them. That will work. 2 boilers, then pipe. 2 boilers, then pipe. Okay. Should have read that before I built it, I suppose. C is manual targeting, space is auto aim. Okay. Let's aim at a tree. Oh, wow. Okay. Good grief, it takes a whole magazine, I see, to get rid of one bloody tree. Yeah, that is not very efficient. 5.4 megawatt, that's all. I fart more than that. It's okay for now, alright? We're starting out small here. Hover over a building and press Q. You're welcome. Hover over a building and press Q. Oh my god. It's the... Q is the B button of oxygen not included. I will thank you. Thank you, Wes. I appreciate that. That is very helpful. 1 mag for 3. Worth it. We need 1.21 gigawatts. Of what? I mean, eventually I'll need it, but right at this moment I don't. But either way, though. Now we have set up our productions on the left and on the right. One clearly a little bit more compact and efficient than the other, but nonetheless, it's working on both sides of the belt. Let's grab some crap out of here, and then let's figure out what to do with those resources, because that would be, as far as I'm aware, the next thing on the list. What do we need now? I really don't know. We do need research, first of all. Let's finish the gun turrets. Still have 11 in the inventory, I just realized. But then what? What do we need in here? Optics? Do I need lights? Walls? Oh my god, apparently I need walls for everything in this game. What in the hell? Electronics, of course. Also another whole slew of things that comes after electronics that makes sense. Solar energy, for example. Steel processing. Also needed. Automation. We have the next science pack. What is this here? Increases the shooting speed of most projectile shooting weapons. That couldn't hurt. And we have physical projectile damage. Increases the damage of physical projectile-based weapons, turrets, and defender robots. Although that doesn't sound too shabby, honestly. But yeah, having a turret, first and foremost, would be a good start. Building a passive filter and pump under FIFO and setting up a gas range. I usually launch my first rocket somewhere around 800 megawatts. First rocket? Rocket does what? Make automatic science. Automatic science. Okay, let's see if I can come up with a way to do this. We need copper plates and we need iron gears. That should be relatively straightforward, I assume. Let's go into T and just grab. We need it all anyway, eventually, so it shouldn't matter too much. Let's go for walls, let's say. Why not? How do I make automatic science right here? Shouldn't be too difficult, you would think. We said we need cogs. How do I make cogs? That's the, or whatever those called. Gear wheels. Yes, that's the word, I guess. We do have the assembling machine. I'm pretty sure that's what that's for, because it's the next thing after the stone furnace, and we unlocked that just earlier. It doesn't come with the game. So the assembling machine. Let's grab a handful of those and let's just see what exactly they do for us. First, we gotta figure that out. Well, not we. Me, to be very specific. Do we already have one? If not, then we have one now. Let's see. Let's just build this one somewhere just to see what it does. Well, I have no idea. Let's go in here. Select a recipe. It can do anything. Well, that makes it a hell of a lot easier then, I suppose. We need to get us the science pack. For that, I need a copper plate and an iron gear wheel. Copper plate is just a raw ingredient, and the iron wheel is here. Plus, there's 2 iron plates. So theoretically, if I'm just thinking about this correctly, what we could do is we could build us a assembler that feeds another assembler, right? We could build us. Let me see what I have in mind here. Then I will look in chat. Not like this. Where's my assembler? I need to put it down here or I'll lose it. There we go. I can build us an assembler here. I can build us one right here. I can build us another assembler here. Then I can build us another one right there. And then we just need a lab at the very end. Here I make cogs. Here I make science. And here I put it into the lab. All I need to feed into the one that makes actually the science would be this one right here. In this example. And feed this belt over here that somehow I get access to those, what are they called? Copper plates. That's what I'm thinking about. Does that sound reasonable? Hi, Wiseback. Hi, I'm back. Hi, I'm back. Glad I can catch a part of the stream. That is awesome, and I'm always happy to see it. Guy says, now those 5.4 megawatts are gonna be lacking once you start placing assemblers because you need so many of them. Well, you know, it's always a game of, you know, trying to keep up with your power. It's basically any game that way, right? Feeded iron and make plates. Dilger says exactly. Sorry, make gears. Now the engineering starts. All right, let's engineer something. Just a matter of how do we get all this stuff here into the location where we want it, because we are on opposite sides of our coal belt right here, and right around now is probably the moment where I regret doing this. So, but yeah, what can you do? That's how we started, and I didn't know any better. Otherwise, I would have probably just fed this belt over here and built the assembly line over here instead of over there and have them right beside each other. But yeah, with the underground belt, we can do it. It will just suck. What is the easier solution? Probably. Yeah, can we utilize this space right here? Is that enough space? Because if this here is enough space, then we can later on extend this here just up and up and up. Because somebody said 24 of them, which means we can go 12 high on each side. So that should be fine. Just a matter of how to get my plates and also my plates to the right location. It could barely work. You have infinite space. You're right. We keep forgetting about that. And oxygen not included is always about build it as compact as possible, you know. Here, it's like, you have infinite space. Do whatever the hell you want. Yeah, so let's do whatever the hell we want. Right here. I'm just going to plop it right here. And then at the end, of course, with one space, our science building. Plop our assemblers in like this. Grab our plates from here, and from there we're gonna get our copper. Something like this. Did I just build this the wrong way around, both of them? Yeah, I believe I did. I want to go in. I want to go in. These here going out. Those are correct. Okay, I need a bunch more belts. I also need to build me a belt assembler. That really needs to happen ASAP. What do I need for belts? Only plates, right? And iron gears. FIFO with the $2. Thank you very much, FIFO. You really need to focus on turrets and ammo. I do. Turrets right here. I can just build a handful of them manually. Let's say 10 of them. And ammo, you have basically an infinite amount. Ammo is also, it's only iron plates. So how about, before we concentrate on this here, let's build us an ammo factory. Let's do that. Let's grab us just over here on this left side, maybe. I'm gonna build me a splitter up here somewhere. Maybe, you bloody trees killing me, this stuff. Go away. Go away. Give me the space, damn it. Everything's full of bloody trees here. There we go. Let's just build us an assembler. Let's build us 2 assemblers. Screw it. Who's going to stop us? Nobody. That's the answer. A splitter. Right away. Cannot reach. Good God. Somebody said something about a long reach mod. That's the first thing that I'm going to figure out before I ever stream this game again. If that is a thing, It's gonna happen. I already know that for a fact. But these are the plates going to the left. And we can always move this here up to whatever we want later on. I also keep forgetting that we don't do that. Cannot reach. I will show you what you can reach. There we go. Let's get rid of this thing here. No underground. Let's go straight. Couple more trees to get rid of. And right here is where the belt needs to go. Something just like that. There we go. So far, so good. So both sides will be working. Over here, we're going to grab iron plates, put them in there. And over here, I suppose we're just going to put them into... I guess we can put it on belts again. Straight on belts. Don't know where the belt's going to go yet. Not this. This is what we want. Embrace the spaghetti. Working on it. Quite literally. Oh, the turrets are taking forever to build. Holy cow. Ammo can go into a box. Okay, then we're gonna box the ammo. And I am sick and tired of not being able to see anything. One box here. Give us a couple more boxes. Give us a handful more boxes. I'm sure that will come in handy eventually. And it's not like we're lacking wood here or anything. You only need red bullet for medium biter. He still has a lot of time. Red bullets. Yellow bullets are a component of red bullets, so you literally cannot build too many yellow bullets. There are different colors of bullets? God. Let's plop in some kind of power supply here. Of course, for that we need, once again, our power poles. Where are my power poles at? Right here. Thankfully, you always get two at once. Okay, there should be plenty to make it all the way over to the other side. Hold and run, I've been told. Not like this, of course, in the right location. There we go. Beautiful, that works. Put one here. Put another one right there to power then everything. In here, I still need to set this one here to cogs. Or, I keep saying cogs. What are they actually called? I keep forgetting. Gear wheels. Those are bloody cogs. So we're making gear wheels now, feeding them into here where we make science. The science will then be fed right here into our lab. Of course, for that, we still need one more ingredient over here. And before we do anything over here, we need to set this here up to actually make the ammo that we have just been talking about. So hopefully that should work now. Todd says, well, I need to run off. Enjoy figuring out the game. Todd, thank you very much for being here, and thank you very much for your help so far. I truly appreciate it. Killjoy says, then put a turret next to the box being fed by the box. Okay, let's do precisely that. That sounds like a good idea. Just need probably another inserter. Can't imagine it can grab itself. We can probably put a couple in here, just to be safe. Can't hurt. Better too many than not enough, right? Here and there. And yes, our gun turret is being fed. Very nice. Cogs are what people who watch too much Jetsons rerun call them. I don't think I've ever watched that, whatever that is, because the name tells me nothing. Apparently it's also what a German engineer calls it. Underground belt. Start here, go to there. Bring it out and up. Of course, connect the last one. And there they come. Jetsons, cartoon from the 80s. Yeah, it may not have existed over in Europe, so I may have not seen that. Waka is here. Been a while since I've been able to catch a live BierTier. Well, I'm glad you make it. Jetsons are like futuristic Flintstones. I do know the Flintstones, though, but the Jetsons don't tell me anything at all. Let's go just for another random thing. We're just going to keep on researching. Now that we can do this here, the question is, how much are we producing? It tells me here it takes 5 seconds to craft it. I don't know, I have two values right here. I have on the bottom 5.5 seconds and I have on the top 5 seconds. I'm assuming I go with the top one. 5 seconds to make one. How many does it put in here? It's another question that needs to be answered. So it didn't put a third one in, so I can only put 2 in. How long does it take to get rid of one of them inside the lab? That would be another good question to have an answer for. Depending on the time, because what I could do potentially is it looks like it though. I'm just gonna go for it. People are probably about to call me crazy, but I'm gonna try it anyway, what I'm thinking about here. Sorry, the personal question, but curious about what you engineer in real life. Not at all. No reason to be sorry for that. That's not a secret. I'm a process engineer in injection molding. That's what I've been doing for 17 years now. What I'm thinking about doing is just extending this line right here. If I can put more in here, basically take it out of one pocket and put it into the next one. Is that a thing? Or am I nuts? No. No, I'm not nuts. That's working. That's amazing. I had no idea if that's going to work or not. How many can I do with one assembler? Now, that's the next question. So it takes 5 seconds, except it's 10 seconds because the assembly machine has a craft speed of 0.5. Okay. But I can't feed 2 of them. Can I feed 3 of them? Can I feed 4 of them? The time of consumption depends on the research. Okay, so it's not always the same amount of time. Well, that makes it slightly more difficult, I guess. To help speed science, you can upwards pyramid the labs. I don't know what exactly you mean by that. It looks like I have already reached with 2 labs the maximum, because this one here is now empty. So I guess that answers my question. It does work, but not exactly. My consumption with 2 labs is faster than it is than my production is. Injection molding. What are your thoughts about 3D printing? Do you ever use them for fun? No, I don't ever use them for fun because I don't own one. But I do use them at work every once in a while to come up with something that we then later on want to make out of metal, to make it first out of 3D printer to see if it works. That is certainly something we do relatively often, depending on what project it is, of course. But that does happen on a regular basis. Mohammed says, I will 100% be checking out random injection molding videos before I sleep now. If you don't have to work there, it's very satisfying to watch, not gonna lie. Like you're doing now, but move the top one over and put another one next to it. Oh, because you can have 2 outputs. I gotcha. You can feed one into here and one into another one. And you can do this over and over again, so it basically fans out and gets wider and wider. I gotcha. That makes perfect sense. I just have a habit of placing stuff in the middle, I guess. Not here. This one I missed. This one should be in the middle. But that is apparently not necessarily the best idea. Well, we're learning. James says, this game scares me, but it's fun to enjoy through others. It does scare me too, not gonna lie. It's getting more and more complicated. So now we have science, we have ammo. Probably plenty of it, I assume. Oh yeah, look at this. Now we have 200 in our inventory. You know what? Everybody keeps talking about biters, and I haven't seen any. I'm gonna take a look what's going on down there. You probably tell me that's completely insane, but I want to see what that looks like. Come on. Get rid of those damn trees here. Let me go down there to the enemy. I want to see the enemy with my own eyeballs. There's some turrets near a radar with 5 to 6 ammo in case you get attacked. But I'm going to take the fight to them right now. You should save before attacking them. That's probably a good idea. I have autosaves, I guess. I'm just going to call it 1. Because I don't know what else to call it right this second. Electronics is done. That's nice. Let's just take the next thing next. Fast inserters. Sure, why not? Practice how to shoot first. I can't because I don't have a target. Okay, they're coming. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Oh no. That went better than I expected it to. So it just shoots wherever my mouse is pointing. Oh god. Okay. When I say respawn, what happens? Do I get back to my base? Donald says, I can't believe you have never played this, so I just do respawn. Why does it say game over when you just respawn? Well, what does that matter? So there are no consequences. There are consequences. I lose my inventory. Ah, I see. Get your gear back there. So basically, you just have to go and grab your stuff again. Well, before I do that though, let me grab some iron plates. And maybe some copper plates, so I can get me another gun before I go back out there. But now I know what the biters look like, and those things are actually no joke. You guys were not kidding. I didn't expect them to be that bad. Let's build us one gun. We don't actually need to build us any ammo. We have plenty of it laying around, so let's just grab what we have and let's go again. If I get stuck in those trees one more time, I will go down there without a single bullet left because I'm gonna unload on this bloody forest. Did you have armor? Yes, I did have armor. Light armor. Let's build us another one of those too. Bring a turret with you. Why didn't I think of that? Of course, I could just bring a turret with me. That is a... yeah, great idea. Yeah. You want to go again? Come here. Right. The next question I have, what is the respawn rate on those things? And... oh, should not get hit by that stuff, I believe. It looks like some kind of acid or something. Oh, there are 2 of them. Oh, there are 3 of them. Build the turret. Grab the ammo and put it in there. Maybe not all of it. Yeah, that didn't work out the way I wanted it. Oh, God. Okay. Alright. Attacking the enemy, not a good idea. Let's load the game that we saved earlier. I just wanted to see what they look like. Let's go back to our base and maybe let's get something better here. Electronics are done. What did we say? Fast inserters. Alright, just gotta remind myself, do not attack the enemy unless you absolutely have to. Let's get rid of this stuff right here. Don't need that anymore. It's just creating unnecessary pollution and sits just around and does nothing. The stone I should have probably left, but now we have 400 of it. That should be more than enough for right now. They're pretty intense, especially in groups. Yeah, I can see that. We came, we saw, and we reloaded from the last save. Yes, that is precisely what happened this time around. I mean, I also went out looking for a fight. So, I did learn my lesson, though, and my lesson is build bloody more turrets. The question is just where. If I were a biter coming from down there, where would I attack? Probably either through those woods or down here on the bottom. So probably over here. So these here are 3 of them that are mining, and we're making more than enough. So maybe right here. Let's build us some kind of defense along here. Yes, I need to grab some ammo for him, of course. But let's just grab us here a nice defense line. Because that is probably where I would go if I were a biter. Unless I come through the top. If I come through the top, then I would probably attack through somewhere like right here maybe. Let's build us a random line along here as well. Let's grab us more turrets. Spiders to the northeast. God damn it, there are more over here. And what is this here? Crude oil combined yield. Okay. More iron down there. Stone over here. Iron up on the top. So we have spiders up here. And actually our pollution is mainly coming from right there where we are producing our steam. Which kind of makes sense. Okay. Let's grab us more ammo. And let's make sure that we are grabbing this ammo right here. And properly. How much can I put in here? Are you serious? You just eat 200 ammo like it's nothing? Maybe that is not the way to do it. Maybe going to split that a little bit or something. How do I pick up like a certain amount? Is there a way? We have von Rheinland, but I call it a day. Sauna is waiting and tomorrow will be a long day. Yes, tomorrow is Friday. We all know it. But yes, von Rheinland, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it. And Magenta is here, having been a level 2 engineer for an insane 31 months. Good evening, friend. Mrs. Magenta says you're losing your German accent the longer you're in the US. Can you give her mighty yeehaw just for her? I can give her definitely a yeehaw. Don't put more than 25 in those. 25 ammo will last for a while. Right click for half. Von Rheinland says, remember to subscribe and thumb up. I like it. Thank you, Von Rheinland. Again, truly appreciate it if you haven't subscribed. If you have not liked the stream, please do so. It helps me out greatly. Sounds like an intense game of Minesweeper. You know, right? You could run an ammo belt along the base. Maybe that is the way to do this here. Instead of having the 2 boxes right here, have an ammo belt that runs straight along here. Maybe a splitter to have it go up and down and basically just build right here. 1 defense line. I like that. Let's do that. Let's get rid of these here for right now. And then let's see if we can implement a ammo belt. Luigi is here. Hey B, can't believe you're playing Factorio and you didn't invite me. Ammo belt is crap. You gonna want lasers later on. Well, later on, I can still rip the ammo belt back out though. That's at least how I look at it. Let's get rid of these 2 right here. And let's implement the belt for now. And when the lasers come, we can always redo what we have right now. Might have to play a few games before realizing how big you might have to think. That may well be. I mean, so far, Factorio has escaped me. I think the game was released in what, 2015, 2016, something along those lines. But now, I do not have a choice anymore. It has to happen. I was like, okay, let's try it. And I was like, should I play the game before I play it on stream? And I was like, you know what? No, hell no. That would be too boring. So, let's do this here, this here, this here, this here, and I need 1 more, of course. How else could it potentially be? And right here is, of course, where those here come in handy again. Remember to right-click. Thank you, words. I did not remember. And I do need to remember that. I need to remember those damn shortcuts. Just like I do all the ones in Oxygen Not Included. Needs to happen the same in this game, or otherwise I will never get anywhere. You're 100% correct about that. But yeah, we have an ammo belt now. So at least this here is okay. And I think what I'm going to do is, as a matter of fact, let's zoom in a little bit here so I can see what's happening. Let's get rid of this one here. Let's build us an underground belt. I can't, can I? Well, barely. I mean, that sucks, but what are you gonna do, right? Let's go over here, build us another underground belt from over here to over there. Again, sucks, but what can you do? To feed those turrets here as well. Missed a turret? Did I miss it? I did miss a turret. Good call. Amazing call. How are you? What? You're just in the middle between two, you sucker. Okay. Research is complete. Good call. You know what's funny is, it blinks up here on the top right. I do have a SteelSeries keyboard, which apparently integrates somehow to Factorio, and even my T button is blinking, and I still didn't notice it. I don't know what that says about me, but here we are. Belts. Right mouse click. And instead of building it cockeyed, let's build it in a straight line, because then our belt is going to be a hell of a lot easier to build. Come on. That's a nice keyboard then. It's a SteelSeries, Apex, whatever the hell they call that thing. I've had it for a while now. But there, this is the first game that actually does that and properly integrates with a game. Didn't even know that's a thing. Factorio also teach me something new, or taught me something new about my own damn keyboard. I need a space in between here. There we go. Yes, I know that it will cover some iron, but we can always change that later and move it. But right now, it will be more than good enough. There we go. Let's bring this thing down here and over. And let's feed in more belts. And preferably, already have some of these here set up, if at all possible. Let's see, can we make that happen? Somehow, it doesn't have to be pretty, just functional. Let's bring this all the way down here. And then let's build us more, which we can't because we're out of copper plates. Alright, and filling up the others will take a little bit longer. More plates, more plates. Right now is roughly the moment where I would really wish we had some of those boxes. But thankfully we have more than enough on the belt. Although, why are you guys not doing anything over here? Are we literally with one assembler now so far behind? What about the wheels, though? No, here we are still making more than enough. What if I move this assembler right here over to the left and build two of them instead of one? So I can make two signs at once. Don't wish for a box of plates, make one. True. I keep forgetting that I have the power to do whatever the hell I want. Let's grab the stuff out of here. And once again, just run along this belt. We are outproducing here so much. Look at this. This is absolute insanity how much we are producing of this stuff. But regardless, now we can make us more inserters. So we can finish our defense belt over to the west. We will eventually need one in the east too. But at the moment, I think we're okay. Alright. Let's grab us a little bit of extra power right here. And of course, this way around. Only one of them, please. This way around. This way around. And this way around. And one more all the way down here. There we go. The others here. Did I build them the wrong way around? Here's how it looks like, doesn't it? There we go. Now we just need some ammo to come by. And now it's okay. Alright, we will see how that works out for us. The beginning of the game is 90% iron. Yeah, I can tell. Thankfully, though, we are ready at a moment's notice to expand our capabilities here slightly. Just gonna copy and paste what we already have. A couple more times in here. Right here, here, and here. Here with the old method, over on the right with the new method. Right here we have to live with it, or we have to rebuild everything. So, not willing to do this right at that very second, therefore we are just going to use this method that I came up with in the beginning. Even if it's not as pretty as the one on the right, it still works, so it's okay. And we just added 3 more stone furnaces in a matter of seconds. So I really like that. That is actually pretty neat. And we can add many more if we want to. You can use belts instead of boxes if you don't want the boxes. True, we could just put 2 more belts in here. I mean, now we are out producing this here again, though, most likely. Because all those turrets here are already full with 10 of them. This belt here will fill up eventually, which means over here, this production will halt. So I'm gonna leave the boxes for right now. It'll be fine. Okay, where did we stop? More science. So we can get through this red science here a little bit faster. What would be the easiest way of doing so? We could literally just go ahead and grab this here, get rid of it. Are you literally putting cogs on the ground? Good job. What if I build me 2 assemblers? But I didn't leave enough space for that. Because I need an input on each of them. What could we do with that? So at the moment, my hands are bound unless I rebuild everything. I should have thought about that in the beginning, but I just didn't know what the ratios are. So if I don't know what the ratios are, I'm screwed from the get-go. What can we do here? We'll just set up another one over here and build it right from the beginning. Let's see if we can do something like that. If I have one right here that builds cogs, build me 2 of them. Yeah, start overthink bigger. You're an engineer, you can calculate the ratio. Yeah, of course, but at first I need to know what it is. Like, I don't know how much we are using, you know what I'm saying? I don't have any data to calculate with. That is the problem here, that I don't understand how much we are using in what amount of time. If I don't know what we use, I don't know how much to produce. And then I'm being told that it is apparently for different research a different ratio, which makes it even more complicated. 4 cog machines, 6 science machines. Villager says, build a circular belt, getting an inserter for gears. The gears will put on the inside ring and then just dump the copper on the outside ring. Let me think about that. Circular belt, getting the inserter for gears. If calculator does not work, there's always Google. Well, the calculator would work if I had info. We calculate in SPM. Science per minute. I'm assuming is what you're saying. Okay. To your ring idea. What you're basically saying is build inserters. Not inserters. Assemblers like this here. Feed them with steel, which we can do here in a minute. Steel coming along here, for example. Literally right there. You bloody tree. There we go. Steel coming along here. Putting inserters on here. The inserters pull off the iron from here, put it in there. Here we're going to put everything on. Not electronics. Cogs. All of them. So we have a ton of them. And then on the inside, we need more belts. There we go. There should be plenty. On the inside belt right here, we are feeding it with copper plates at some point. Probably over on the right. Probably. That would make the most sense that we're just putting this belt along here and feeding the copper and the cogs onto the same one. So that is probably a good idea. Trees are the enemy. I agree, Icarus. Then make a loop there. On the inside of that loop that you're talking about, I need more bloody assemblers. Where are my assemblers? Make me all of them. literally all that we can make. Let's make them. The inserter puts stuff into the far side. Okay. That makes sense. Would also be very easily accomplished. We can actually do that right now. Or we can't because we don't have any iron plates. There we go. Let's grab this stuff. And let's empty this belt here as well. So we have plenty of plates available. And make us probably a handful while we are at it. Let's make us 5 of those while we are at it. It'll take a second because I'm building a boatload of assembly machines, but they will come in handy in a second as well. That second belt, loop it onto itself. Oh, you mean like literally just like this? So not make a big loop, just make a small loop so it just goes in a circle forever. By the way, the ratio for red science is 1 gears for every 10 science, because it takes 0.5 science for a gear. That makes sense. Yeah, the bigger question is how much science am I using for research? So that is the bigger question, really. A steel axe increases your mining speed. Heavy armor. Optics. Heavy armor sounds like a great idea. Let's do that. So now this belt here loops onto itself. We have inserters right here. Yeah, I really need one of those. Can I stop this here? Yes. You can't have too much science. That is probably good advice right there. Yes, that is probably true. Better too much than not enough, right? As usual. This belt here will be fed with iron plates here shortly. We just need to wait a second longer. We can already build the output ones though. Wilson says, well, great watching. Off to oxygen not included before bed. And of course, also here on the channel, we will be back with oxygen not included on Saturday. That is written in stone as always. And here is our splitter. I'm just going to grab the splitter, plop it anywhere for right now. Then bring this one up. We don't want to connect them together. And feed this on here. Does that work? No, that does not work the way I want it to work. Not at all, actually. I only want to have it on one side, preferably the inner side. So the question is, would I do that with another splitter? Probably not. It would still put it on both sides. How do I get it to be only on one side? Is there a building for that? Because that's the one thing that I actually have no idea about. How would I unsplit it? Or split it, really? Chilson, thank you again for watching. Truly appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your day, a good night, and I hope I see you on Saturday. Increase the length of the loop. But how does that help me? James says, nice, about 22 hours to finish binging your Oni LP2. Nice. Currently, we started a new one, obviously live on stream and not made videos, where we are playing a new expansion. Make it a T. Oh yeah, kind of like we did before. It could do literally something like this here, right? Instead of doing the curve right here, I could just do this here. That would put it only on one side. Not like this, though. Just like that. The interaction of belts on corners and T's are different. Yeah, I just realized that, as a matter of fact. Because here it just goes around. Here it just puts it on the left side. Which, when I then bring right here, where would it go? It would go onto the left side. So that would actually work, though, right? Am I crazy? So increase the length of your loop so it's a T and not a corner. So exactly like this here, right? That would leave my... I can just hook it up and test it. I mean, what's stopping me from doing so? Nothing. Let's do a... Yes, I just built it right here. I do want it here, obviously. That will put it on the inside, leave it on the inside, and put it there again. Theoretically, that should do exactly what I wanted. No, that would still be... That would be the far side. I would have to have it on the other side. Let's get rid of it. Thankfully, we can just grab this stuff here and can put it back in our box whenever we want to. Let's also get rid of this one here so it doesn't put it on again. Make the loop longer. Let's make the loop longer or to here, for example. And now it puts it on this side, which is the outside. So that would now be correct. Now I see. Yeah, I just had to figure out exactly how the mechanics work of those damn belts right here. I think I got it now. Now it makes a hell of a lot more sense. Beautiful. Now we just need to feed iron onto this belt right here. And then on the other side, now we have both things on our belt. And we can, for example, build 4 assemblers that make us beautiful, beautiful science. LOL, yeah, that took me a second longer than it should have, not gonna lie. But yeah, that makes now a hell of a lot more sense to me. We can literally just... Can we? Where's my bloody underground belt? I don't have one, of course. Let's grab us a handful of those. And I just do this here. And then do... No, that's the wrong direction. That's not what I want. I want to have it going this way around. It literally matters in what direction you build it. Build another one right here, even though I don't need it really because I'm going to rip this here out anyway. And here come over and put on the iron plates. I look like a crazy person yelling at my screen. Yeah, it's funny though. Come on, out of reach. What was that mod called? You can hover over an underground belt and press R to swap directions. Really? Does that work on any belt? Yep. Cool. That is also good information to have. You don't have to rip it out every time. So now that we have this here, I just gotta set these here all to science. Next question that I have is, can I copy what I have in here to the others? Like, let's say I don't only have 4. Let's say I have 40. Do I need... Can I copy that over? Grab a science and click on the assemblers. Grab a science, click on the assemblers. No? That ain't it. Shift right click. With the science in my hand. Shift right click. Nope. Control. Nope. If I have this one here. No, I don't know what that did exactly. Oh, that deleted it. So shift left click deletes it. On the assembler you want to copy. Shift and right mouse button to copy. Shift and left. Ah, now we're getting together here. Okay, beautiful. And then we were talking about... it's probably not going to work out so well right now. Because, well, we built them slightly too close together for a proper pyramid, as we said earlier. But it should still work somewhat. Because I can take it out of here and put it into there. Take it out of here and put it into there. Here into there. Here, 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 and here. And then just plop labs all along here. And then even more on top of it. Because just the outside one is getting 1. The middle one is actually getting 2. Come on. Takes forever to build this stuff. Might as well get started on the research, though. Cannot reach. There's very few things, other than trees, for example, that are more annoying than cannot reach. Give me the last one for right now. There we go. And then research the next thing on the list, whatever that may be. It does add more energy consumers. That makes sense. How much power are we using? 1.8 megawatts. We're still using basically nothing. Put the science on one side on... We could also put it on a belt, yeah. Sure. Nothing stopping us from doing precisely that. I'm out of iron plates. What happened here? Did I accidentally rip one out because I can't see anything because the damn trees? Yeah, look at this. Look at this shit. Come on. Yeah. That's what happens when you can't see anything because there are everywhere bloody trees. Should have shot at him after all. Let's get rid of these here. Yeah, put them on the ground. That's a great idea. I love it. And then just feed him along a belt here. We're also running low on belts again. And because on iron plates. Where are all the iron plates? Are we actually using now that much? This one here says it needs... Sorry, let me check this out. We need 3 iron plates. No, 2 iron plates for 1. So 2 every 0.5 seconds. 4 every second. And we are producing what down here? Nothing? Oh, we are actually low on ore. That's the problem here. We need to build a handful more miners. Maybe the 3 that I built at the very beginning of the game are not sufficient anymore. That could well be. That might be the problem here. Any reason not to put it on both sides of the belt? I don't think so. This one here only has 700. Let's make 1.3k out of it. Plop a handful in here. That's also right there. And of course, a little bit of power for good measure. All the way through and connect it up. Really? You are out of reach? Because of that tree again, ain't it? There we go. That should give me a little bit more iron. The ratio is 30 miners and 48 furnaces for 1 yellow belt. So if the belt it would be completely full, it would be 48 furnaces? Holy cow. I really need to look closer at exactly what the production ratios here are. That is certainly things you need to know in this game, otherwise you have lost before you started, which is certainly something that I did not realize. Age of Empires? Green areas, Age of Empires, yeah, that's right. I'm sure that's exactly what he meant. Build me the rest of my belts and let me steal some plates here. At least now we are once again starting to actually have all of our furnaces running. It's still nowhere near enough, but still though. Okay, let's come along here. Just a little bit further and let's build all of our science buildings just along here for right now. That will help speed us up our research quite drastically. Cannot reach. I have to read it one more time. This is the most annoying thing. This and the trees. Cannot reach. There we go. A little bit more power up here. Cannot reach. That should now pump out our steel axe in no time, I would assume. The only thing is, though, now there's also really no need anymore for having 2 of those on here, as I planned originally. That should be better. The patch get depleted over time, so the miners have less ore. That makes sense. The amount of miners needed depends on your mining speed research level. There's a research level for that. Speed module. Mining. Efficiency module. Gates. Engines. Where would that be? If I were a miner, where would I hide? Stronger explosives. That looks like the grenade we were after. To get rid of those damn trees. Advanced material processing, maybe? It's a steel furnace. Okay. I guess we will get there. Eventually we will find it. Okay, now that we have that covered, somewhat at least, we are still underproducing though. Maybe 4 cogs is also a little bit overkill when I look at this belt right here, but eventually they will stop producing because the belt's gonna be full. I mean, we can see most of the time those inserters are actually not doing a hell of a lot. When the belt is full, you can't really make any more when the storage is full, so eventually the problem will solve itself right here. SE playthrough starting next time. I don't know what SE is. How is the science assembler on the left still running with the cog assembler not being fed plates? Probably because we still have cogs around here. In the middle, I would assume. Why not pi? I don't know what pi is. It's kind of far away. KS2 tells me nothing. Can't search off the right of the research top right icon. Top right icon. Oh, right here. Miner? Mining productivity. Okay. Increases yield from all mining drills and pump jacks. And land mines, which is also a type of mine, just a different type of mine. Oh, this one right here, it probably still had some in storage. I thought you meant this one here on the left. I mean, sorry, this one right here. But yeah, this one here still has one in it, so it's probably about to run out, and then I'm gonna rip this thing here out. We don't need it anymore. SE? Oh, Space Exploration mod. One of those days. Still though, next question is, what do we need next? For example, it probably sounds like a good idea to make some electronic circuits, maybe. We need them for a lot of stuff. For example, for our inserters right here. All of them. Even the new ones. We have now a steel chest. Our lamp is here that I don't know what to do with. Turrets for the northeast. Turrets for the northeast, yeah. Next is up production of iron. You mean iron plates, or... We can definitely up the iron production. That is small. That's not a big deal, I mean. For all the game, we'll need green circuits. Green circuits, so you're talking about the electronic circuits, right? Would go for 24 iron at least. 24? Okay. I think we have space for that in our current setup. But we can always modify some stuff right here. So, right mouse click goes faster. So let's build us more. 24 makes 12 on each side. We currently have 4. So, let's go with precisely that. Let's start the next one. Why not increase our weapons? Eventually, I mean, the green science, we can do that too, but... Doesn't really matter what order we do it in. At least I assume so. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will fit here. If there are no trees, that is. So let's build the 8 that we can do. That makes a total of 16. And protect your power. Probably a good idea, yes. We need more turrets, don't we? For that we need... What am I lacking here? Iron, of course. We need iron first. First we need iron. Once we have iron. The other way around. Once we have iron, then we can go from there. Let's build this left side here first. That's the easier way to do it, probably. Right here we need one, right here, and right here. On the other side, the same thing, of course. And we're gonna... You know what, screw it. Let's build the rest out of transport belts. That I need more plates. Give me what's laying around here. Make me all the belts that you can make. And instead of building a box right here, we're just gonna build two. Something just like this here, and we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side as well here shortly. And then let's hook this stuff here up to power. We also need some power poles, I see. Thankfully, that is something that we shouldn't be lacking. Come on, there we go. Let's get it started. Pop one in the middle everywhere. That should do it. A couple more belts the other way around. There we have it. And then right here, I'm just going to rip this here out. Or right this second. Build us one more belt each. Come with the belt in the middle along. That should then be a hell of a lot better, I hope. And then have this one right here. Get up to the left and to the right once again. Just for right now, so we are not completely stuck without any kind of production going on. And then we're going to grab once again our assemblers. Sorry, our inserters, I mean. This way around. One here, 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 and there. And on the other side, same thing. Here, 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 and there. Get rid of the tree. 3 belts on each side. God, I hate stepping on those belts. Having a little man that runs around is actually pretty annoying. I'm not going to lie about it. When you're used to a game like Oxygen Not Included, where that's not a problem, that does get slightly annoying. But right now, never get one more. There we go. Now all of them should be running. That's a total of 16. That is a good start. And on the right side, exactly as I said earlier, the problem will solve itself eventually because these here are not producing anymore, because these here cannot take out as much. So obviously we could just build more assemblers for more research, but at the moment I really don't see a point in doing so. Next on the list is protecting power. We just talked about it. For that we need more turrets, which needs more iron plates. Thankfully, there are plenty of them right here. It's gonna snag all of them. Same on the other side. Snag them all. And then let's build us some turrets. You don't need more than 4 red science? Really? That's already enough? Okay. Then I guess that problem solved itself. The only thing is, though, that I'm wondering is, because I will need cogs eventually, and I have 4 cog factories right here, can I extract only the cogs from this belt and leave the rest alone? Green science is going to be the bottleneck, and then blue science after that. If you didn't have a little man, the buyers and friends wouldn't be quite as annoying. Well, that's very true. Again, I had no idea that that's a thing in Factorio. I always thought, you know, the few shorts or whatever that I've seen on YouTube are about people building fancy stuff. Like this here, just obviously much better than that, since they have probably thousands of hours in it. I always thought it's about building a factory. I didn't know there are enemies. I didn't know there are annoying trees. And I also didn't know there are bloody cliffs. So... You can, but maybe you don't want to try for now, says Guy. Okay. In this case, I'm going to steal me some ammo. Can't really say I'm stealing it since it's my ammo, but that's a different topic, I suppose. We need to protect our power, we said, so let's do that real quick. Okay, the gun turrets. We should probably build... I mean, I have no idea how many of them we need. I would say at the bare minimum 4. Can I not get through here? The troubles of the little man. we're back at it again. Let's plop one right here and the other one just so it looks like something right there. Grab our ammo and let's see if we can feed them in here. Those 74 right here, can I split those? Yeah, 37 in there, 37 in here. Only problem is this one here. Is there any way to split it more than that? Because the moment I put it back into my inventory, it becomes 200 again. Can I put it... Maybe I can do it this way. Can I split this? Yeah, that works. It's not exactly what I wanted, but at the end of the day, it did get the job done. Think about making walls soon. For walls, I need stone bricks. How do I make stone bricks? With the furnace, I assume? Stone and the furnace, maybe? Or is that an assembler piece? Let's see, what do we have in here? Is that in here? It doesn't look like it. No, it's done in a furnace, right? What did we have in here? Cogs. There we go. Let's grab us a few more of our miners, because we don't have any more. For which we will need, surprise, more iron plates. Thankfully, that's not an issue anymore for right now. We still wanted to build more, and we can still do that. We can still always add another 4 and just have this belt here fed from the other direction. There's literally nothing stopping us from doing precisely that. No, he didn't mean make walls out of stone. He means make wall out of turrets. I guess that would be a viable solution, because why wouldn't it be? That is funny, though. You know what? You said 24. Let's make this 24 real quick. That is a relatively small act to accomplish. You just got to get rid of the stuff that's in here in the middle without a big problem. Again, it's doing nothing anymore anyway. It was already cut off from the rest of the base. It's just sitting here for the sake of sitting here. The really only thing that's doing something is this here. Well, let's get rid of the stuff and let's plop in the extra furnaces that we were talking about. Here we have them. Let's grab us once again our assemblers. I keep saying assemblers. Those are not assemblers. Those are bloody inserters. There we go. 2 more of them, please. I will need a hell of a lot more, actually. Let's do it like this. Let's do this. Grab us our belt and bring it up. 3 here. 3 there. 3 here. 3's in the way. I will show you what's in the way. Also, yes, I'm aware we are running low on iron ore once again, because obviously we just increased it, but at the same time we also increased our production. Therefore, what we're doing right now is pointless without building at the same time also more mines. Definitely that will happen here in just a second. So let me finish this here up, so it looks like something, and it's ready to go as soon as we have enough. There we go. Everything's hooked up. Now we just need a few more belts and we are good to go here. I want both eventually. You could also shrink your smelter setup by taking out the horizontal conveyors. Yeah, at that point we could just make it smaller right here. Kind of like the one on the right side for our plates right here. But we already started like this. So at the moment it just looks what it looks like. So for right now it'll be fine. Ronaldo is here from Brazil. My greetings to Brazil, of course. And thank you very much for Ronaldo. It's definitely nice to see people from all over the planet joining and checking in every once in a while. I truly love to see that, not gonna lie. Always nice. See people from all over the planet. Let's bring this down. This side here is functional again. Let's just fix the other side up as well. And we are back in business. Now we just need those plates right here. We're gonna steal them just like that. Really quickly. All the plates that we have. no point in feeding him somewhere that doesn't use it anyway. And then we're gonna go ahead while we walk up there onto the top of our cliff and make us a few more miners. Okay, bloody tree. Wait, that's the way up. I ran a little bit too far. There we go. I just need more mines, and I need them badly. Also, more research. Do me something. We already researched the other one, and then we're gonna go for green research. Maybe time to automate belts and inserters. I was actually thinking about doing that next because I'm really tired of having to build them constantly. That's part of green science anyway. That's why I'm saying he's on the way to green science. Yeah, we are basically there. I mean, I could click on it at any moment and have it moments later available. Bruno says, not important now, but in the next builds, input and output could be on the same side. So when it's time to grow the furnace, you don't need to rebuild the output part. That makes sense. Not a problem yet, but filling your inventory with ores. Yeah, I have a bunch of shit in here that I should really get rid of. I could just put it into furnaces, and I should do precisely that. I still have a bunch of coal in here, a bunch of wood from all the damn trees that I'm getting rid of. Probably just gonna build a box somewhere and get rid of this stuff, honestly. It's probably the fastest solution. Either way, though, first of all, let's extend our capabilities here greatly. Yes, I know, you will be unhappy about me ripping out your power pole. It'll be alright, though, I promise. Well, let's bring that in. Let's build that up. And then let's probably already plan for having another dual one right here, something like this here. Obviously, that will probably kill it for right now, or will be a slight overkill, better to say. But we're gonna have it in here anyway. Better too much than not enough, I would argue. Alright, let's see. The only problem with this here is, I just realized, we don't really have a way to power it, do we? Damn it. It's not one thing, it's another. Can you please step off of that belt? Thank you. Appreciate that. Bring this here back together. Yeah, there's really no way to power that. 2 miners, 1 free space for power works. Nice. Yeah, just, yeah. I always keep forgetting about the power part. Cannot reach. So I need to have 1 space in between them. So not here, but there. Cannot reach. Then another one right here. Corrector is in the way. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? And here we already have stone on there. That is what I'm trying to avoid. That should keep us okay for a good amount of time, though, I believe. This small extension, as I like to call it. Let's build one here. Here we have 2 right beside each other. I'm not sure why that is, but okay. Down here on the bottom. Here and there. That should give each and every one of them power. Yeah. If you want to really get everything, use underground belts to have space for power poles. Yeah, that's another thing. I also underutilize those underground belts, don't I? But I mean, right at the moment, 26k, 20k, 18k, that should last us for a hot minute, right? I would at least hope so. I mean, that seems to be at least a large amount of material here. Let's see. How are our smelters here doing, our furnaces? Slowly but steadily, the material, the fresh material should be coming. The only question is now, or the question that I have at least is half a belt still enough? It looks like it may be. Power is also a concern. We are at 3.1, so we will need to build more steam engines and more boilers up here. Since I don't have any other method of getting any power right now, that'll have to do. But I mean, our belt is also full, so most of the furnaces will stop working here shortly anyways, because we're not using it for anything. So right at the moment, I'm just gonna argue it's none of my concern. The miners have Age of Empires, so you can space them 2 apart. Oh god. Alright, let's take care of a little bit more power. For that we will probably just build 2 more of them. Should be okay for this second. Steam engines we need 4 to make that happen. Boilers we need 2. That should be okay. And this pump right here is still not phased. 90 per second out of 1200. Maybe the ratio of this offshore pump compared to the boilers and whatnot is slightly off. Can that be? Is that just me? Coal belt is slowly being spent. Is that the case? Didn't really pay attention to that. Do we need more coal? Yeah, we only have 4 miners down here. Let's probably plop 1 more on each side. I'll pull in the middle. Just to help it a tiny little bit. The right side here is not really doing a hell of a lot because that splitter right here doesn't really let it through. So I should have really built another one over here, which I can still do. You can still plop it in here with another 16k. But that's alright. Wait until nuclear power, you'll need tons of water in pumps. Well, I can imagine that. That does make sense. Gotta keep that uranium cold, or better to say, temperated somehow. And I made the same mistake as I made before. I just realized we do need a piece of pipe. Also something that I need to remember for sure. Piece of pipe, boiler. Somebody said I can have 2 boilers right beside each other like this. And I only need 1 piece of pipe, so let's start implementing that. Every once in a while I do listen to you guys, so thank you for the tips. Let's plop in 1 here, 1 there. That'll be fine. Why are you not fine? Am I crazy? What's wrong with you? Oh, you have no power. I didn't see the bloody power sign. There we go. That brings us up to 9 megawatts. We're at 3. So we're at 33% utilization. That should be okay for this second. Alright, the game is starting to get interesting, honestly. So far, it was really not too hard. But I have a feeling that is going to be over here very soon. Next, we said we wanted to go with stuff like, what do we need for green research? How about we figure that out? Can I not see that without actually researching it first? Damn it. Okay, we'll take a minute longer than I wanted it to take. And let's go ahead and extend this belt here to speed up this process a little bit more. And plop in the 3 remaining labs that we still have available. Might as well. Who's going to stop us? Nobody is the answer. So let's plop it in. Just to help out. Because I don't know what we need for a green research. Somebody said inserters. I do want to automate building inserters. That would be a nice thing to do. But what else do we need? What do we actually need here? What are we talking about here? Let's see if we can get this researched here in no time and then go from there. Other than that, though, I mean, looks like our iron ore production is now just fine. I don't really see any problems with that. Of course, now we're making research again. Our belt is no longer, so our cog factories are also working at least somewhat again and filling up all the empty spaces, which is nice. Lorenzo is here. Hey, Lorenzo, how are you doing? Killjoy says conveyors and yellow inserters. Those are the exact 2 things that I wanted to automate anyways. That's literally the 2 things that I need for green research. Seriously? Add a radar at the top. We can build another radar. Sure, might as well. Might as well put one up there. Need to remember to run on the belt. Come on, give it to me. And let's just pull up it right there. Can't hurt to have another one, I guess. Our research is already done. That was quick. Do I have now anything left over? Didn't I have 2 more things that were only green? Sorry, only red? Or am I wrong about that? Could have sworn. Maybe not. Now we have the green one. Now we can see it in our build menu. We can actually make 24 of them right now. And yes, sure enough, transport belts and inserters. So let's take a look at the stuff. We have the iron gear wheel and the iron plate that we need. Well, I'm wondering if we cannot just reutilize this merry-go-round here. Because why wouldn't we? FIFO says, good luck with the base. It's time for me to go. Well, FIFO, thank you very much for being here. You know it. I appreciate it every time I see you. And thank you very much for your help with the game. Honestly, truly appreciate it. Not gonna lie. Would have not gotten this far without your help, most likely. Also check pollution on the map. We are almost there. On the bottom left right here. The top right we are still okay, but the bottom left. Thankfully the bottom left is also where we have all of our turrets, so hopefully that'll hold. At least for right now. But what I'm thinking about is reutilizing this loop right here that is completely full with cogs and making transport belts out of it. That's where I was going with this. At the left end of the loop, you could put an inserter south into the assembler, which could also receive iron plates from its south. You mean right here, one single one? I'm trying to see if I can do more than just one. How would I do so? Didn't we get long-handed inserters? Yeah. I haven't used those yet. Let me grab those 4. And then let me rebuild this loop right here. I know what you mean, words, and I think it's a good idea, but I'm thinking bigger right now. Let me just think here. If I tear this one here out and come with this loop here, not make it a nice roundabout anymore, but make it a long boy. And come along here. And then with my second belt that has iron plates on it, get rid of the damn trees. That's a hell of a lot faster now. Oh, because we have that new pickaxe, don't we? And I built this like this here. Now, if I build me assemblers right here, and let's just say many as I can fit, which is only 2. Should have thought even bigger than that. Maybe we can always extend the loop to come along here as well if we want to. That's just proof of concept right now. Inserter right here for the iron plate. And then the long boy inserter right here for the cogs. Shouldn't that work? Or am I crazy? Let's see. A little bit of power, a little bit of power. Then of course we gotta get that stuff out of here, and temporarily at the bare minimum, let's put it in here. And then we're making belts, just like that. May not be the most elegant solution, but it's a solution nonetheless. We are now making belts. Nice. That is already half the rent. The second thing that we were after were inserters. For this we need iron plates, iron gears, and electronic circuits. Electronic circuits is what I'm worried about, because that needs iron plates and copper cables. Copper cables are most likely made, yeah, of course, from copper. We do have copper right here, because if I keep this production right here, close to where I also make my inserters, that would make it easier to connect them then later together to make green science. That is where my mind's going right now. And of course now, if we need belts in a whim, we just go here and click on the button and we're done. So belts are not an issue anymore. All that we really need to worry about now is of course right here, our inserter itself, because we will need more of those. But back to the main topic, and the main topic is of course Plates. The plates are currently going to nowhere. We have over here on the left side nothing. So we could, first of all, get rid of the damn tree so I can see what's happening here. I mean, right here, we have literally the two ingredients that we need right beside each other. So instead of building it close, it may be a better idea to just build it right here because we already have what we need right in front of us. So let's do precisely that, first of all. It's going to be a disaster. That's going to probably blow up my inventory. I need to build me a bigger box. I need to grab me a handful of iron plates right here. Build me a big boy box. And just build it anywhere for right now. Just so I have a place to get rid of my stuff that I don't want. All of the coal. All of the iron ore. Actually, the iron ore we can keep because the iron ore, we're just going to feed it in here wherever we have some space. There we go. Let's get rid of it. The truth is, actually, we should be able to do the same thing with the coal too, shouldn't we? Let's try that. Just so we can get rid of this stuff. Literally, each and every one of those furnaces right here should be able to hold a bunch of it. There we go. And we are rid of it. What else do we have? Copper ore. Yeah. I'm gonna walk all the way over there right now. Wood, stone. Gonna keep the stone. Gonna keep the iron plates. Gonna keep the miner, the pipes. I think we're okay for right this second. Should be fine as is. So back to the main topic. An assembler that makes us... What's the production speed though? That's something to figure out. Let's build one real quick. Does it tell me just by clicking on it? It should. 0.5 seconds, okay? And then to make out of this copper cable right here, a electronic circuit, also 0.5 seconds crafting time. Only problem is I need 3 copper cables for one single electronic, which would mean I need 3 assemblers to accomplish this. So let's try that out in practice. Let's grab this here. All the way through. Of course, assemblers right here. I keep saying assemblers. You're not assemblers, you're inserters. Plop this in. And all 3 of you are going to make me, what was it? Left mouse click? No. Shift left? No, that's not it either. I keep forgetting how to copy this stuff over. This one right here. Why does it put every time a science pack in there? Slightly confused. Well, let's do the manual pass, I guess. If nothing else works. And from here we're going to go onto a belt. And that belt is going to run over here in this general direction. I need another splitter. Splitter's going to be right here. The belt that comes out. And we're going to go up. Something like the other way around here. It's copying the last one memorized. How do I memorize a new one? I forgot. You guys told me earlier and I already forgot. I think it was shift right click for copy and shift left for paste. Shift right click for copy, shift left for paste. That could be because it's not pasting. Let me try just something random like this here. Shift right, shift left. Yep, that is what it is. You have a better memory than I do. Words by a hell of a lot better, actually. Shift left, shift right, the other way around, shift right, shift left. Perfect. Yeah, shortcuts are highly important in this game. I need to remember those. Highly, highly important. But with this output right here, theoretically, I should be able now to make me one single output. And we will test that. We will need both of our inserters again. This inserter and the long boy. To then make me electronic circuits. And it's still not going to work though. Because my long boy here can't keep up with the demand. So I will probably need actually 2 long boys to actually keep up with that kind of demand. Let's try that. And plop in another one. one more fits here. Obviously, we have no output right now. So let's grab us any kind of output for this very second, just so we can. A little bit of power. Where are we at? There we are. It is still much, much slower than it should be. How do I get more in there? Didn't we unlock something called a fast inserter? Could put them on the belt again, and then 2 yellow can share the load. Because one of the inserters isn't powered. It's not a gun. Let's try it again. That's more like it. It is still not 100% efficient, but we are approaching the 90% here, if not more right now. So I would argue that's not too shabby. Could be worse than that. Have seen worse than that. So at the moment, we're just going to roll with that. And also, let's take a look at our belt here. Are we actually putting more on the belt than we are taking off? I think the answer is barely yes, because we only have the 2 inserters right here. Could put them on one belt again. Yeah, we could put them on one belt again. I was thinking, or seeing if that would work. But yeah, the one belt solution is probably the better one, because then we can actually have 3 of the fast inserters, or 2. I don't know how much faster it is. Does it tell me rotation speed 864 degrees per second, and the normal one is at 302. So the fast inserter is literally, almost exactly 2.5 times faster than the inserter right here. As a matter of fact, it's exactly, no, it's not exactly, almost exactly 2.5 times faster. Either way around, though, that works. And for our inserters, as we said earlier, we do need the electronic circuit, the iron gear wheel, and the iron plates. So the electronic circuits, we're going to get over here. Lorenzo says, I'm going to sleep. I'll recover tomorrow. Good life. Thank you very much, Lorenzo. I appreciate you joining, of course. And don't you worry, you're not going to miss a hell of a lot, because I'm about to call it a day here as well. Also, I have to work in the morning. And then, of course, I will be back on Saturday at the usual time, the usual place, for some oxygen not included fun in the Frozen Planet Pack extension. Personal pet peeve, it's 2.5 times as fast or 1.5 times faster. You do have a very valid point, and details do matter. So you are 100% correct. I did say that wrong. Usually I'm the one correcting that stuff. Like at work, I hate it when somebody uses the incorrect phrasing of stuff. Here, I'm doing it myself. Yeah, but we are making a good amount of those. So that's a good thing. Either way around, inserters, we have the iron plates over here on the right side. We have the cogs over here on the right side. The only thing that's still lacking, of course, is our electronics circuit right here. So let's replace this here with some belts. And let's see if, as a last thing for today, we can figure out how to make some inserters. That would be nice to see. Of course, this thing is going to be smack dab in the way. So is everything else. We need to go a little bit higher. Thankfully, space is not an issue. And again, none of this here is going to be pretty. It's also not the goal right this very second. Once we figure out how to make it work in the first place, then we can worry about how pretty it looks at the end of the day. And let's make a handful of more of those. Those underground belts do come in handy, I notice. Let's just come across here. And let's bring it through. Also, the belts right here comes in handy. Now we've got plenty of belts to go around. Now we have 1,000. So stuff that we were basically running out not too long ago is now absolutely no issue anymore. With just this tiny little setup right here, which is very nice to see. But now we have these over here. We have our iron plates nearby. The only problem is really the cogs. cogs is the main problem. How do we get them off this belt? That is really a good question that I really don't have an answer for right now. Let's just go with something like this here right now and extend this here a little bit more. Automate all the things. Yeah, eventually I'm sure we will get to that point, but you know, one step after the next. It does take some brain power if you have never done it before to actually figure out how to do all of it. I mean, for example, here, we could make our life very easy, right? We could literally just plop one assembler right here. Have one normal input right here. Have a long boy. We'll build us a couple of those so we have them available when we need them. Right here to get the cogs. And then with our belt right here, we could literally just come straight in, right around here, branch off, and bring it to right there. And then right here, we could grab us on the right side another assembler, which we don't have. Thought we had normal ones, apparently we don't. And also feed them in there. And then right here on the bottom, for example, we could feed them back out. That would only give us one. We would have to build an actual assembly line, which would be also very easy to do because we just have to build us another cog factory. But just for a proof of concept right now, I want to build it just to see if it works at all. The way that I imagine it. And set it to assembler. And sure enough, we are now pumping out assemblers. Obviously, once again, that is not the appropriate way to do this. But we could just build us more cogs with the plates that are coming along here. You will have a bunch of both of those for a while. I mean, yeah, probably that does make sense. I mean, now that we have this here, all that we need is to replace these here with conveyor belts and feed it into another assembler. And then have this assembler here set, of course, to green science. And we will have our first one that builds green science. So I would probably change this here in a manner where I leave this here on the left side exactly as it is. But I will put 4 belts along here. And then go with my plates right here straight out. Build me a cog factory. And then use the excess of my steel plates, plus the cogs, plus, of course, the electronics that are coming along this belt to build me 2 or 3 of those assemblers right here. I think that makes sense. And I think that's going to be a project that we will have to do. Because of belt compression. Belt compression. It's always better to build cogs where they are consumed. Leave the plates on the belt. Okay. The one thing I like about Factorio over Oni is that Factorio's devs clearly were committed to making virtually everything automatable. That is very true. Something else that I wanted to see is those lamps here, though. Let's build us a handful of those. How much light are they providing? Because night is really annoying in this game. Oh, that does make a difference. We built those a long time ago. Oh, look at this. It's a literal night and day difference. Oh, so pretty. So much pretty. Build me more. Why did nobody tell me about this? Oh, so much better for my eyeballs. I can actually see what I'm doing, even if it's the middle of the night. It's amazing how you had no battery attacks in 3 hours. You should say thanks to the trees. No, I refuse. I would have rather had biters, damn it. Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, lights everywhere. I can see. Oh yeah. Could have done that a long time ago. Belt compression is just the number of items you can fit on a belt. 1 plate equals 3 cogs. Wait, what? How do we get to this conclusion? Because 2 iron plates... Oh, because of the size of it. But no, that doesn't look like it. Or are those stacked here and I just can't see it? It's the other way around, actually. 2 plates, 1 cog. That's what I just thought. That's what I just thought, because I was like, hold on a second, I need 2 plates to make 1 cog. So if I have 1 cog on 1 space on the belt, that equals to 2 iron plates, so it would be better to have the cogs and not the plates on the belt? Or am I wrong about that? I think you can RGB the lights. Are you kidding me? Turned off during the daytime. Yeah, I want to have it all in all the different colors. I want to write BierTier in lights or lamps. But yeah, like I said, I think so far that doesn't look too shabby, and I think next time around we're going to optimize this here. As I just said, I think I have a pretty clear plan of what I want to do here. I think we did pretty well. I mean, for me, again, as I said, the thumbnail and the title says playing for the first time. It's not 100% true. I have played it before for about 10 hours in the year 2020, but the truth is I don't remember a damn thing about it. And again, a little bit of clickbait. You know, we are on YouTube after all. I can't help it. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. Life not happening. But at the same time, though, I think we're not looking too shabby. I mean, look at what we slapped together, basically from nothing together. Isn't... I would say that's pretty good. I would say it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with what we have done today. We came up with 2 nice versions. One my own idea. That is apparently not as efficient as I hoped it would be. But we did improve upon it together with your guys' help over here. Same thing, just a hell of a lot more efficient, a hell of a lot smaller, and less pollution. Which is very nice for our copper plates right here. We made us cogs, we made us red science, we made us copper wires, we made us electronics, we made us belts, we made us inserters, and we now have everything that we need for green science, right? And on top of that, we even have some sort of defenses going on here. How well those work, we will probably find out eventually, though. But yeah, now at least I know how the game works and what the expectation is here. Like I said, I didn't even know that there are enemies in the game when we started today. I had no idea. So that is certainly something that we learned. And also pollution-wise, we are getting over here. Also slowly and steadily into this direction, and the longer we play, the more red I see popping up all over the map. So eventually, we will have to come up with a better defense strategy. But for right now, I think we're good. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day here. Again, we did well, and I thank you guys very, very much for your help. If you're here and you have not liked the stream yet, I would highly appreciate it if you could do so. It doesn't cost anything, and it's of course a very helpful thing for me. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel and you want to see more in Oxygen Not Included, in Factorio, or any other game that we will play in the future, feel free to leave a sub. And is your ammo still running? Ammo's always running. I mean, it doesn't do anything because the belt's full, but it is still producing the moment the belt empties. I can just test that here. It's working. But yeah, I would say, and yes, Words is right. We are building a very nice community over on Discord. If you have not joined yet, feel free to do so. The Discord link is in the description down below. And yeah, that is all I have for you today. And with that, I say thank you and peace.